It is a Super Sunday in the wonderful world of La Liga. Folks, welcome back to day 2 of our tremendous campaign. We're raising money for Feeding America, a wonderful collaboration across La Liga, Uninterrupted, ICC Women, and relevant sports. It's wonderful to be involved. My name is Kevin Egan, and as you see the wonderful cast next to me, thrilled to be alongside Melissa Ortiz. We got Jimmy Conrad, and we got Phil Shane. Melissa, big smile on your face. Good to be back again, huh?
Of course, happy as ever. This is a great opportunity to be part of this. And what's better yet than spending the weekend and Sunday, good old Domingo, than watching some footy. Even if it's FIFA, I am super into it.
That's it, exactly, and raising money for a great cause. We've reached $8,300, hoping to hit that $10,000 mark. That was the aim going into this tournament. Jimmy Conrad, what jersey have you got for us to kick off today?
Excited. I like to see some of my favorite players in high pressure situations. So this is setting up nicely. We got some big time players from La Liga clubs and of course athletes as well. Specifically, one of my good friends, Ocho Cinco, who didn't do so well yesterday. So I'm excited to see how he does today in day 2.
And the jersey you have for us today is?
It's Getafe. Out of respect, Alon's onesie yesterday. I just thought, it only made sense.
Okay, good stuff. And Phil Shane, you will be the first round of games today as well as the final. Phil, the voice of La Liga on beIN Sports. Great to have you back. You enjoyed yourself yesterday, Phil, and the stakes a little bit higher today.
Absolutely, and not just stakes, but the arepa is actually really good today as well. So you can check with Melissa on that one a little later.
Thrilling games yesterday. This is what the bracket looks like coming into today. We had some magnificent goals, some brilliant high-scoring affairs, and Villarreal trouncing Sevilla by 7-3 on aggregate. So Pau Torres and John Collins advancing. They will now take on Atlético Madrid, Álvaro and Chad Johnson. Ocho with a 4-3, a golden goal victory over Getafe. Outgo the Minnows from Madrid. On the other side of the bracket, Valencia advancing by 1-0, and Real Sociedad putting on a show with Allie Long and Alexander Isak. Just so good to watch. Easy on the eye as they won by 7-2 on aggregate. They really did make it look easy. Jimmy Conrad, a look back at some of the highlights from yesterday, some of the goals, and we'll kick it off with Pau Torres in what was a scintillating performance from him.
Yeah, I mean, he was pretty solid on both sides of the ball. I think it showed here. Here's a good goal. A lot of patience in the box, which is really important. Gets a nice long shot, takes his time, picks his spots, and says, thank you very much. That made it 5-2. And then here we're going to jump to Allie Long playing as her teammate, Alexander Isak, who does what he does best, and he slots it. I think they're the two favorites coming into these semifinals. I think Real Sociedad, even though I have a lot of respect for the Álvaro Morata from Atleti and Gayà from Valencia, I don't know. There's just something special about these two guys in particular. But here's a good look at Álvaro getting in. And there's the onesie by Alon. I can't stop looking at that onesie. It is something special. But yeah, I mean, I don't even know if he was interested in that one, but it got done. Álvaro won it in extra time, which was a pretty special result. It's our only golden goal of the competition. There's no aggregate here. So even though we play over 2 legs, we go to golden goal, which I love. I want golden goal to come back in real life, Kevin. That's what I'm trying to say here.
Oh, it's a heartbreaker, though, isn't it? It's probably even worse than losing on penalties. Losing on the golden goal, and you saw João Felix was the man that tucked it away from Morata.
Agree to disagree, Kevin, because I really feel like golden goal, at least you have a chance to play. For me, penalties is more of a coin flip. You know, you could slip. You could do the John Terry in a Champions League final and slip. I mean, there's all these different things that you could do. But you actually get to play and put yourself out there and play to your strengths. So if you lose in that situation, that's on you, right? Penalties are something different.
You know, I think yesterday, Melissa, the big surprise package, I think for us, all things considered, was probably Pau Torres. Coming into this game, look, the young Spanish centre-back of Villarreal, we didn't really expect him to go and hit 6 goals in the fashion that he did. And Jimmy, you were on commentary for that one as well, and you had pointed out at 3-2 that both of you guys rocking the yellow submarine there. But Melissa, Pau Torres coming into today really was the star of the show. He's the one to keep an eye on.
Absolutely. I mean, I have as most impressed two players. One of them is Pau Torres and the other one is Allie Long. But for Pau Torres, I mean, I think it takes two sides, obviously. You look at Munir. I don't think Munir played his best game, and I also don't think he thought about the second leg, of course. Now, for Pau Torres, just like Jimmy was saying, his offensive end was great. The way that he finished, I mean, you got to press those buttons and make sure it curves the right way. You know what I mean? So his finishing skills were on point, and his technique as well. So I'm impressed from Pau Torres, but I also have to give it to Allie Long as well, who was playing for Real Sociedad.
The thing is, though, Phil Shane, Chad Johnson, Ocho Cinco, we know he can play the game. And then alongside Álvaro Morata, who I thought was class yesterday too, they may be flying under the radar coming into this final day.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, when you take a look at what Chad's been able to do, what Ocho Cinco does around the world, he challenges everyone. And from what I understand, he's actually beaten someone on our panel here today quite convincingly. They're still the witness protection program.
Why are you bringing up old stuff, Phil? Why are you bringing up old stuff?
Kind of a full start kind of thing. He sets the stage out there, puts a little, and we might find out if he's got something special for John Collins today.
All right, folks, here we go. The gamers are set to go for Villarreal. They're going to join Melissa. We were just talking about it. You're going to get a chance to ask Pau Torres first off, but we were really impressed with the Villarreal centre-back.
Hola, hi guys. Look at this. A sport the yellow submarine. Oy, por ti, Pau. Pau, ¿cómo estás? Ganaste ayer a Munir 6-2, un partidazo. ¿Cómo te sientes hoy? Ayer me imagino que descansaste bien, pero ¿estás confiado?
Bueno, nunca te puedes confiar y seguro que Álvaro Morata lo pone muy difícil. Esperemos estar a la altura de estas semifinales.
So I just asked Pau, I stated that yesterday, you know, he kind of gave a lesson to Munir 6-2, but I asked him, you know, did he rest well? Is he prepared? And is he overconfident a little bit going into this next day? And he said he's chill. He can never be overconfident in anything. And he's ready to get in the match, of course, alongside on the same team as John Collins. Now, Pau, tus amigos, por lo de ayer, que le ganaste a Munir por tantos goles, ¿tus amigos te han escrito? ¿De tu equipo?
Sí, varios mensajes dándome la enhorabuena y bueno, deseándome suerte también para hoy.
Genial. I asked him if any of his teammates or his friends had written him, having that, you know, whipping to Munir yesterday. He said yes, his friends have texted him and joking around, but also giving him the best of luck in those positive vibes.
Absolutely brilliant. Love it. And John Collins, cheers for coming back again, John. I know you want to end the day on a big high, winning it all with Pau. Now, you've had a chance to sleep on yesterday's performance. You had a 1-1 draw against Lisa. Where can you get better knowing that you face Ocho Cinco, who's class at FIFA?
Yeah, definitely going to be, you know, up against a great opponent today. But for improving myself, I felt scoring positions, but I just didn't finish. So for me today, it was just, you know, putting the ball in the back of the net. I feel like defensively, I'm very solid. So for me, it's all about, you know, the battle of myself. Can I beat myself today?
Love it. And you're looking for that fast-paced play. Like you said, it's replicating what you do with the Hawks day in and day out on the court.
Exactly. Getting up and down, fast pace, get it to different teammates, and try to get a bunch of different goal-scoring opportunities. One of them are going to get in the back of the net, and I'm going to celebrate.
You know, it's cool. We've got lots of big soccer stars here, but I'm sure you grew up watching the NFL as well and watching someone like Ocho Cinco. How cool is it to go up against him here?
Super cool. I know I've actually, you know, seen all of his challenges on Twitter, you know, where he calls people out to play FIFA. So it's actually funny. I'm going to be playing him today. You know, in my eyes, a legendary wide receiver. So big respect to him.
Love it, John. Great stuff. And Villarreal team, we wish you the best of luck. You've got a tough task getting by Atlético Madrid. We wish you well. Thanks for joining us for now. Go get ready. Wonderful to hear from the guys. And I'll be honest, Phil Shane, the one thing that strikes me from that Villarreal team is that kind of exuberance, that confidence about this team right now that you can't really shy away from. That's a side that I might go on back.
I think that's a very good point. And the one that I think might be the dark horse, and we'll take a look at them when Mark Brown joins us in the second semifinal. But Jose Gayà and Damarious Randall just one goal in that entire tie. And I think that translates as what we saw yesterday with Pau and John Collins, and that is defense. And something Jimmy pointed out yesterday. The goals come, but the key is stopping the other team from scoring first.
Excellent. Now the opponent for Villarreal, standing by Atlético Madrid. Joining us on the Álvaro Morata and Chad Johnson, Ocho Cinco. Folks, thank you so much. Great to see you again. And Melissa, you're whipping out the Atlético Madrid jersey this time. Will you ever make your mind up, Melissa Ortiz? You've got some questions, I know, for Álvaro Morata.
Yes, good. Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Super excited to watch you face off against Villarreal. Álvaro, ¿cómo estás hoy? ¿Descansaste ayer? ¿Ya enfocado, listo para hoy?
Sí, bueno, he descansado muy bien y estoy muy pendiente de lo que hace Chad en nuestro equipo porque sé que Pau es un gran jugador y bueno, espero que ganemos, pero sé que Pau es muy bueno, así que confío mucho en Chad.
Álvaro explains, well, I asked him if he rested well yesterday and if he's ready to take on this match today. And he said, yes, he rested well. And he knows that Pau Torres is very technical and a very good player, but he's ready to take on this match. Ayer, Álvaro, ganaste a Lanyom 2-1. Claro que por supuesto en gol de oro. Y hoy te vas a enfrentar a Pau. ¿Va a ser tu táctica para este primer encuentro o si vas a cambiar algo de tu formación?
Bueno, yo no voy a cambiar nada, voy a usar los jugadores que vienen ya puestos para evitar problemas luego de que uno me diga si he puesto a uno o he puesto a otro y bueno, yo voy a tratar, sé que Pau es muy bueno, voy a tratar de hacer el mejor partido posible, pero hoy sí que ayer gané yo y hoy le toca a Chad dar la cara porque sé que Pau probablemente me gane, pero es turno de Chad, que sé que es muy bueno al FIFA y espero que gane su otro partido y que nos haga pasar a la final.
I asked Álvaro, well, I told him that yesterday he played a heck of a game, beat Lanyom 2-1, of course, with that golden goal. But for today, about to face off Pau Torres, if he was going to make any tactical changes or formation changes. And he stated that no. And the reason was because, one, he liked it, playing with that formation and those players, but also to avoid any problems amongst his teammates if they say, hey, why did you sub me out in this FIFA tournament? But other than that, he is ready to play this game, and he knows that Pau is a good FIFA player, as stated before, but he's happy and he's ready to win.
And he knows he's got a great teammate as well in Chad Johnson. Chad, you bounced back yesterday. Clint Capela was 2 goals to the good against you. And sure enough, your fight back meant everything because you guys ended up going through on golden goal. Now that you've had a chance to sleep on it, is there anything you want to alter about your game today, or are you just going to continue with that momentum?
Just continue with that momentum and be a little bit more consistent, man. Be a little bit more consistent. Try to get rid of some of the skill moves and just play basic football and just finish. That's about it.
I know you'd taken to social media with a picture of you and Álvaro from before. Where was that? When did you guys get a chance to get together?
Well, I think I was previously in the summer, if I'm not mistaken, where they came down. I forgot who it was. They played it at the Dolphin Stadium down here in Miami. I was able to meet him and Yao Felix and Diego, so it was cool.
That's really cool. Now you go up against John Collins. He says he wants to move the ball fast, just like on the basketball court. That won't alter your game in any way, will it?
No. Regardless of what he's doing, I'm going to stick to my game plan and then execute the way I know I can. Just stick to the basics and get away from the skill moves. Because if somewhat because of the way the game has been adjusted for the tournament, I have to stay basic.
That's smart advice. Great stuff, Chad. Great to hear from you and Álvaro Morata, Atlético Madrid. We wish you well. Gents, thanks so much for joining us. Go get ready for the big game. We have it coming up. Villarreal, Atlético Madrid, the first semi-final of this Kick COVID-19 tournament this weekend. Jimmy Conrad, your reaction from listening to both Chad Johnson and Álvaro Morata?
Well, I think Ocho Cinco brings up a good point because for everybody that doesn't know, all the players are rated 85 overall. So whatever their ratings are in game normally when you play FIFA 20, those are kind of out the window. So everybody's kind of a space level. Everybody's got the same thing. Excuse me. But there are certain gifts that each player does have. Like, for instance, Santi Cazorla has a 5-star weak foot. That'll be used to his advantage in some ways. But overall, it's going to be who has a better understanding of the game and how to create opportunities. And I think that's what Ocho Cinco was alluding to. So it should be pretty interesting to see how it goes, because Chad is, you know, he has flair in his game. He has a flamboyant personality. He likes to put himself out there. So for him not to want to do those skill moves makes me kind of sad for him, because I know that's what excites him about the game. However, I know that he's a competitor first and he wants to win, and that's going to trump anything else that goes there. So it should be a great one. I'm going to go with it's just hard go against Pau Torres. I think Villarreal, if you're asking for my prediction.
All right, I am indeed. Villarreal, says Jimmy. Melissa, really quickly, who have you got?
Villarreal.
Villarreal as well. Wow. Phil Shane, Atletico Madrid, what are you thinking?
The one thing for them is I think Álvaro has to keep it close and hope Pau doesn't have the explosion like he did yesterday. And then it could get, like I said, with Ocho Cinco and John Collins, it'll be a good one.
Here we go. The first game of this Super Sunday Kick COVID-19 here is underway. Phil Shane, Jimmy Conrad, take it away.
And here in the early going, it is Villarreal from the left to the right, wearing the yellow and that familiar red and white stripe with the blue shorts of Atletico, defending the goal towards the right. It's Bruno Soriano pushing forward and out wide to Mario Gaspar. Down the line, Moreno cuts inside, and here in the early going, the shot rolls to the corner and right off the bat. Oh, what a goal.
Oh, Phil, 4 minutes into this game, Pau Torres is already putting his stamp on things, letting Álvaro know, and even Ocho Cinco for leg 2, that this could be a tall order for them to come back into it. That was a great way to start the match.
Angel Correa cutting inside. Atletico looking for the equalizer, and they get it. Just 2 minutes later.
God, what unbelievable. What are we even seeing here, Phil? That is an amazing start to the game. And then not when you get into big matches like this, the semifinals, the final, things are tight. But we already have 2 goals before 10 in-game minutes, so what a start to this game. This is a cracking affair.
Okay, Resurrección, quite aptly named, as we are back level. Zimouche had 2 goals for Pau Torres yesterday. 1-1 the score, 9th minute. Again, real time, 6-minute halves as they try and push this together. Not a lot of time, Jimmy, to get fancy.
Yeah, you want to make sure you stick to your game plan. You want to maintain some possession, especially in the attacking half. It doesn't deviate too much from what you try to do in real life. But establishing the rhythm is really important. I can already see Álvaro's put a little bit more time in on the sticks. I think he's been practicing because he looks a little sharper than he was yesterday.
Back to the 18 and blasts it home with the left foot. And Atletico comes from behind, and it's Morata scoring for Morata.
This is not what I expected to see, Phil. I really thought that Pau Torres was going to come out. He was very dominant yesterday. I feel like he was so maybe confident in coming out and just maybe not having to practice and play against Álvaro, but I feel like Álvaro has really put some time in. He scored 2 fantastic goals so far.
Monteveros playing it back, top of the 18. Zamboanguissa plays it square. Bruno, the captain, a deflection, but Oblak there to pounce. Chance for Torres. Stripped away, and now Villarreal back the other way. Gaspar out wide. Kenan Lodi coming over to defend, and he gets toasted. Moreno again trying to cut inside the box. The square to the spot. Cazorla, but stripped away. Correa now on the attack. Taken back by Villarreal. Blasted low to the corner, and Pau Torres finds an equalizer.
Yeah, bad giveaway there from Álvaro. He's going to be kicking himself for that. You just can't give away a ball like that in your defensive third, because when you're playing somebody of Pau Torres' caliber, that's going to lead to a goal. And now we're at 2-2. I can't believe what we're seeing, though. What a great game.
Midway through this first half of these first 2 legs of this first semifinal. Who will advance? Villarreal looking for another go-ahead goal. Beautiful work by Cazorla. Brings it to his right, back to his left. Denied by Oblak. Partey to the midfield. Borja and Morata. Morata liking life down that right wing, looking for the cross, deflected away for the corner. Atlético looking for their first lead. Álvaro Morata playing in the first leg yesterday, or make that the second leg, which meant that he was in that golden goal position to knock off Alain Niom. How different is it playing in the first to the second leg, Jimmy?
Well, I'd say there's a lot more pressure, especially because that first leg was tied. So his performance was going to be pretty critical, and I thought he did well. I thought he maintained his composure, both on the field and when he was holding the joystick. So a really professional performance from him, and I've just been really excited to see. I feel like he's playing a lot sharper today than he was yesterday, and I think that could be a tough test for Pau Torres, as we've already seen.
Pau Torres, though, through the gauntlet first, as he's also playing in this first leg today. Ball tucked inside. Bruno trying to curl it to the far corner, but just wide. Deflected for the corner kick. Villarreal, less than 10 minutes to go. Lifted towards the corner again with the left-footed volley, but Bruno wide.
Yeah, good opportunity there from Pau Torres. What I would say to him is his first goal really came from playing out wide, taking the space that Álvaro was giving him. And we find it here again, and having the patience in the box to get a goal. And, oof, that should have been in the back of the net, but that's better from Pau Torres. There's got to be more of that.
Headed back towards the midfield. Villarreal, much better possession. Still level at 2, 5 minutes left. Grabbed by Oblak. Taken back in the midfield. Villarreal bursting into the 18. Shot low, and down goes the Slovenian wall again.
Yeah, Oblak definitely looking to pad his stats by throwing the ball back to Villarreal so he can make another save. What a through ball here, though.
Slips through. Down, off the post. Rebound, and it's shot wide. Oblak was beaten, but Paco Alcácer couldn't find the net.
Yeah, there's a couple opportunities now where Álvaro's just kind of loose with his passing that's given Pau Torres the opportunities that he needs to take the lead, but he can't take advantage of it just yet.
João Felix inside for Partey. Feeds it back for the young Portuguese star. Tries to sneak it through, but it's blocked wide. Strong performance. Both teams here looking for a go-ahead. Cross to the top of the 6. And that's going to do it for the opening half.
Yeah, great first half there, Phil. Lots of action, lots of goals. And if I had to break down each game, I mean, you can see the shots right there. Pau Torres had 10, whereas Álvaro only had 2, but he made the most of those 2. Again, I think Pau Torres needs to take the space that's been given to him. It's a little bit out wide on the wings and then cut in. That's how he scored his first goal very early on. And Álvaro, again, he kind of has to do a little bit of the same thing. Just be patient in and around the box and just protect the ball in his defensive third, because he's been giving away a lot of sloppy passes.
So second half underway. 2 teams switching. Villarreal now moving in the yellow from the right to the left. Ball inside. Alcácer. Poked away, Saúl. Up for Felix. As Atlético trying to find the lead. Zimouche playing it all the way back, trying to draw Villarreal out. Opportunity for Morata. Lays it off. Partey keeps it moving. Hernangómez out wide. Playing a lot more defensive than we would normally see in real life. maybe one of those situations
this.
with the first leg. Try not to lose.
That's true. That's definitely has to be a part of their thinking because what they're trying to do for their partners in leg 2. But I like what I'm seeing now in the second half from Álvaro. He's being a little bit more patient with his possession. I think that's going to create some gaps. It's going to put Villarreal on the back foot a little bit. It's going to take them a little bit more time and have to make more passes if they win the ball, let's say 80 yards away from Atleti's goal as opposed to 20 yards, which is what we were seeing in the first half.
Now getting the game back underway. Saúl taking a seat. And they've stuck in the big man, Diego Costa. Let's see what he can do. Villarreal also with another change. Looks like Llorente coming out. Tucked to the top of the 18. Shot deflected wide. Corner kick upcoming.
Yeah, we saw 3 big subs from Álvaro there, putting on a lot of attacking players, taking off some of his, let's say, higher work rate midfielders, which is a bit of a risk at times because those guys cover a lot of ground in midfield. So we'll see if Pa can take advantage of this because of the numbers that Álvaro is committing going forward.
Back for Zamboanguissa, threads it. Back into the middle for Cazorla, but poked away. Itolo now trying to turn things to the attack. Koke. Lodi, but he could not keep it in. Morata already 1 goal for himself in this virtual tournament. 17 for Spain's national team, and he's doing really well in his return to the capital wearing the red and white. But right now it's Villarreal on the attack. Nice little stutter step. Moreno in. Cazorla wide.
That's better from Pau Torres, though. I like the overlapping run from his defenders to create the space. It's unfortunate he didn't get more out of that, but that patience could prove to be pretty key here. He's just got to stay with it and not get away from it.
2-2 the score. Mentioned Morata. Goal every other game for the national team in real life. Pau Torres, even better. A perfect 1-for-1 in his Malta debut. Let's see what he can do here as the second half winding towards a close. Midway through the second. Atlético with the ball. Villarreal pressuring in the midfield, though.
Yeah, things have definitely tightened up a bit, Phil. I feel like they, saw that there are a lot of goals being scored. I feel like their choices are a little bit safer than the risk-averse decisions they were making in the first half where they were going for it. A little more swagger in the first half, a little more conservative decision-making this time through. But we'll see. We'll see if there's a winner somewhere in these players.
Yesterday, 2-2. Ocho Cinco drew the first leg. It was good enough thanks to the golden goal from Morata. Ocho Cinco awaiting John Collins in the second leg. You've still got some time here, though. Atletico on the turn. Okay, top of the box, spins back to his right, tries to feed it through, blocked away, and Bruno to midfield. Cazorla leading the break. Bruno launching long. Mario Gaspar from the right flank. Turns to the goal line, cuts it back. Lodi trying to defend. Bruno, top of the box, threaded through, and the shot slotted home under Oblak. It's that magic boot. Cazorla does it again.
The renaissance of Santi Cazorla continues even on the virtual pitch, coming back from significant injury to make a difference yet again. He is a very special player. For me, one of the most underrated players of this generation of Spanish midfielders. And I really feel like with regard to Pau Torres, he deserved that goal. He created more opportunities. When we look at the final stats, he's created a lot more shots and shots on goal. So a 3-2 seems a little unfair in some ways because maybe it should be a little bit bigger. But he's in the lead, and we'll see if he can hold on to it to really set up his teammate John Collins for the second leg.
If I read that right, a little bit of a gamble here from Pau, taking out Raul Albiol and sticking in Carlos Bacca. Chukwueze also coming in for Villarreal. So it's all-out attack as they look to try and add here. Trippier on this near flank. Real life, what a debut season he's had. Correa spinning through. 10 minutes left, but the offside flag comes out.
Yeah, I don't mind this decision from Pau Torres with his subs. I think he saw that Morata was also committing a lot of numbers going forward, so the balance might be there a little bit. Chukwueze has a lot of pace in this game in particular, so he can cover a lot of ground. And then Albiol doesn't have a lot of stamina, so he gets tired quite quickly. So I like the moves here. That's really smart, and it's a sign that Pau Torres plays a lot of FIFA.
Threaded through, nice ball in. Bacca, all he does is score goals, and he's done it again.
Dig it out of your net, Jan Oblak. That is some side netting cheese. Terrific finish. 4-2. Ooh, Chad Johnson's got some work to do here in leg 2.
Well, it was a good comeback in the first half by Álvaro Morata. Similar to what we saw yesterday with Munir, but Pau Torres owned the second half then, and he's doing so again here today. 3 minutes remain, plus added time. Leg 1 of this first semifinal. Can they get another? Zambo Anguissa denied in the center circle, but wins it back. They are looking for a fifth. Chukwueze trying to cut inside, but stripped. Vitolo for Llorente. Taking away one of those goals could go far, but one back by Villarreal. Again out wide for Bacca. The Colombian to the inside. Tries to cut into the box. Taken down, no whistle. And that's going to do it. 4-2, Villarreal.
Yeah, on the balance, Phil. For me, that was the fair result. I thought Pau was the better player throughout. And my only question, I think, for Álvaro, and I'll get to ask him afterwards in the post-match interview, is the substitutions that he made. I understand why he really put on 3 attackers, but that made his midfield a little bit more vulnerable, created a little bit more space, and that led to 2 goals then from Villarreal that now Chad Johnson has to make up.
So Pau Torres, again, a convincing performance in the second half. Let's send it back to Kevin Egan as we wrap things up in this first leg.
Great stuff, gents. So for back-to-back days, John Collins can go into that second leg with an almighty cushion as of right now. Scintillating performance from Pau Torres. A winner in the end by 4-2. Jimmy Conrad, I have to ask you, what does he do so well going forward? He's now scored, 6 goals yesterday, 4 today. 10 goals in 2 games for Pau Torres. Great stuff.
Yeah, I think overall he does a very good job of taking his opportunities, which we've seen throughout this tournament. Not a lot of guys do, specifically maybe his teammate John Collins, who said as much a little bit earlier. But on top of that, I think he takes the space that's given to him. You know, he finds those little gaps out wide, then he can cut in, he beats that first defender, and then it opens up, and then he does a very good job of being patient. And having that composure in the box goes a long way, and I think he has it in spades. And I think that ultimately made the difference. Plus, he doesn't let up. He continues to go at you. And if Álvaro has any slip-ups, that leads to a goal, and then now you're chasing the game, that leads to another goal, and that's why you have a 4-2 result.
And for those that are new to the game, you made the point during commentary, Jimmy, that you can tell he plays a lot of FIFA when he made some changes. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, so there are different attributes that different players have. So to use the center back for Villarreal, Raúl Albiol, he doesn't have very good stamina, so he gets tired quite quickly. So if he's playing against a team that's running him ragged, or if there's a player or a striker up top that has a lot of pace and they're playing up over the top, he's going to get tired quicker. So you're going to have to make that change at some point throughout the game. And I like that they're realistic things that are in there. Now, I'm sure Albiol says, I'm super fit in real life. What are they doing? But everybody has certain things that make them special in the game, and that was just something I was alluding to.
So all smiles then for Pau Torres, Melissa. I'm sure he'll be absolutely delighted. You're going to get a chance to chat with him now, as well as Álvaro Morata. Uphill climb for both him and Chad Johnson.
Hola, cracks. Qué partidazo que jugaron. Pau, dime, estaban empatados 2-2 ¿Qué estaba pasando en tu mente en ese momento?
Nada, pensaba en lo mismo que ayer un poco. Nos hemos ido a la media parte igual que ayer y tenía que apretar un poco más la segunda si quería ganar.
I asked Pau what was going on through his mind when they were tied at 2-2. And he said, same thing as yesterday, keep cool and just press a little bit more, just like yesterday, in order to get the win. Y luego, Pau, hiciste un cambio, algunos cambios, incluso metiste al colombiano Vaca. ¿Por qué hacer el cambio en ese momento?
No, justo, bueno, lo quería hacer cuando íbamos 2-2, pero bueno, quería ganar y sabía que Vaca podía aportar buenas cosas al equipo.
I asked Pau why the changes, why the subs, and of course adding in the fellow Colombian striker Carlos Vaca, and he said that he wanted to win, of course, and he knew that by putting in Carlos Vaca, that would help score a goal and eventually win. Ahora,
Yeah, it was a great
Álvaro,
performance there.
Sorry, Jimmy. Ahora,
Sorry,
Álvaro,
go ahead.
opinión del partido.
Bueno, yo sabía que Pau iba a ser un gran jugador y tengo que decir la verdad, le he llamado antes del partido y le he dicho, respétame un poquito, no abuses de mí. Sabía que él era mejor que yo porque vi sus partidos de ayer y bueno, está bien participar para estas cosas, pero él no tiene hijos, tiene mucho tiempo para practicar en el FIFA y bueno, sabe que Pau es mi amigo, que le deseo lo mejor y que bueno, es un gran amigo, espero verle pronto y nada. Enhorabuena por el partido, pero sé que Chad va a ganar.
Okay, so I'm going to try to translate this, but this has definitely been one of the best responses we've gotten so far. Álvaro says that he actually spoke to Pau yesterday and said, hey, take it easy on me. I know that you're better than me. I saw your yesterday's match. And by the way, you don't have kids, so you have time to practice and play FIFA, whereas I have kids and a family, so I can't put in these hours. But he says that he's good friends with Pau and that he wishes him the best as well. But the next match, that Chad Ochocinco is going to take the win.
Álvaro, in English, what would you say to Chad Johnson right now to get him motivated, to help him win?
No, just Chad. I give you the win yesterday, and now it's time to you to show me your best and to give me the win today. Because if we win, we're in the final, and I'm all focused on you. I give you my power, and now it's your time, and I wish you the best because I am your fan. I respect you, and now it's time to you to show your FIFA talent.
Look at this guy. You should be a manager, Álvaro. That's a great message. I love that. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much. Congratulations again, Paul. And let's throw it back to Kevin. We'll see what happens in leg 2.
Forget Tony Robbins or Gary V. What about Álvaro Morata as a motivator? That was unbelievable. Put it on Chad Johnson saying, hey, buddy, I did it for you yesterday. Step up to the plate today. 4-2 the final score from that first game. Chad Johnson has it all to do. Pau Torres, unbelievable. I don't know if we got to see a whole lot from John Collins yesterday. What do you think, Melissa, in terms of this one? Chad Johnson, I think deep down he'll be kind of knowing what he second half yesterday against Clint.
Yes, I'm expecting a very great matchup. Obviously, I put more of my attention on Chad Johnson just because he's more public about his FIFA talent, you know. But like you said, we don't know so much yet about John Collins. Yesterday, that tie against Lisa, we saw bits and pieces of his talent and his trickery, but I'm expecting a good matchup. However, I am going to kind of side with Álvaro's last comment in that interview, and it's up to Chad now to pull in the dub.
What do you make of that, Jimmy? I know you were laughing as he said it because he kind of said, I did it yesterday for you. It's up to you to step up. And we saw that Chad's already posted on Twitter, quote tweeting that kind of comment from yesterday as well with Álvaro and saying, look, essentially, I'm going to take it on today and take on that mantle. He's well able to.
No, there's no question. Chad plays a lot and he has obviously a winner's mentality. He'll tell you as much, but I think he's right. I think he's going to strip down his game a little bit. I think he's going to play simple. I think he's going to have the less is more approach, and I think that's going to serve him well. However, I saw a lot in John Collins' game yesterday. As he said, he created a lot of opportunities. He just didn't score. And I get the sense, even by his backdrop, yesterday you couldn't really see him as much. It was a little bit dark. And then today, John Collins has got like the coolest backdrop I've ever seen. So he's definitely put some time and thought into what he's doing. I bet he practiced a lot yesterday. I'm sure he's watched some Ocho Cinco games. And I wouldn't put it past him either because he's a top competitor as well to be ready for this one. So again, it's going to come down to who finishes their opportunities. I think Ocho Cinco might sneak it, but I think Villarreal will end up going through.
Yeah, representing Villarreal, wearing a Tigres jersey today. John Collins gotten rid of the King Peach kid of Atlanta United for Tigres. Phil Shane, it's so finely poised right now. If anything, it's set up beautifully, knowing the talent that Chad Johnson has here.
Oh, and I think that last goal by Carlos Bacca is going to be one of the keys. If this was just a one-goal game, I think it would probably put a lot more pressure on John Collins. But at the same point, and Jimmy, Melissa, you know this as players, you get that comfort factor. You breathe just a little bit easier with a 2-goal lead. Next thing you know, it's tied. So it's going to be interesting to see what the veteran can do, because he's still the king until you take the crown away. And so we'll find out what Chad can do against John Collins.
Push against again, Phil. I'm going to go line starting with you. Prediction, please.
I would say this is going to be, I think Chad edges it, but I kind of agree with what Jimmy was saying earlier. I think it won't be by 2 goals.
So he will edge it by 2 goals. So what you're saying is it's going to go to golden goal.
No, it'll be 1 goal, and it will be Villarreal moving on.
Glad to see you're decisive on this Sunday, Phil. How about you, Jimmy?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to concur what I said earlier and what Phil just said. I think Ocho Cinco will probably get the result. I think it's going to be tight. I saw a lot in Ocho Cinco yesterday when he gave up 2 goals to Clint that I didn't expect him to give up. I just thought he maybe committed too many numbers going forward. So I think we're going to see a little bit more of a conservative Chad Johnson, which isn't the most fun Chad Johnson we want to see, but it's an effective Chad Johnson. I think that'll get him a 1-goal victory, but again, with the 2-goal cushion, I think Villarreal goes through.
And Melissa, how much of what Chad Johnson said earlier about taking away maybe the skill moves, and as Jimmy said, being a little bit more conservative, how much of that goes against what he can possibly do, knowing what the scoreline is, knowing that he has to win by 2 or more?
I think that it's best for Chad to be as simple as possible. You know, sometimes, yeah, it's great to use some tricks, and of course, if the other player isn't as well advanced in the whole trickery scheme in FIFA, but I think as if he's simple, he'll be able to get the job done. Now, I'm expecting for Chad Ocho Cinco to win. However, since John Collins and I are from West Palm Beach, Florida, and we graduated from the same high school, I am definitely rooting for him.
Good stuff. What a link. We've got to get John Collins on that a little bit later on. Maybe you know the same people. We could be here all day. But for now, guys, get that game going. Chad Johnson against John Collins. Best of luck, guys. Over to you guys, the commentators then. Phil Shane, Jimmy Conrad. Take it away, guys.
And it is second leg time. Chad Johnson, Ocho Cinco just needs dos to keep Atletico Madrid alive. John Collins for Villarreal. If he gets the 1 goal he got yesterday, it could be good enough. And a little South Florida representing Beach High against Cardinal Newman as Atletico taking on Villarreal. And here as we take a look quickly as these two teams getting underway, Jimmy, give me an idea which team comes out, I guess, a little more aggressive.
Yeah, that's a really good question because Chad, being down 2 goals, if he goes too aggressive and gives up a goal, that 3-goal deficit is something that's going to be obviously a lot harder to overcome. However, he's got some really talented strikers, including Álvaro Morata, his teammate in this competition. Diego Costa can come off the bench, very physical, can put some balls up over the top. João Felix, so he's got options, as does Villarreal. Gerard Moreno is very good in this game, and yeah, it's hard to say. I'm actually quite curious to see, how aggressive both players come out to start the game.
Something you pointed out in the pregame as well. Road goals do not count. It's just the aggregate, just the total. And if we are level, there will be a golden goal between these two players. At the black from the left to the right, Phil Shane alongside Jimmy Conrad. Glad you've joined us today in this COVID FIFA 20 tournament brought to you by LaLiga and more, trying to go through the charity of Feeding America. Ball deflected away. You can see that link down in the bottom right. Feel free to Atlético on the it's stripped away. Chad Johnson putting the early pressure on.
Yeah, definitely putting the early pressure. Nothing clean, though, so that's a testament to the type of defending that John Collins can put in. It's something that he discussed that he wants to do. He likes his defending. He's a fan of how he defends, and that showed right there.
Nice little back heel tucked inside, but well defended. And a flag, the whistle, a foul just at the top, and a free kick. It'll be Trippier. Plays it in, gets it back, not exactly as designed, but he follows it up and just scrapes it wide of the post.
Yeah, I don't mind that decision by Ocho Cinco. It seemed a little bit too close to goal. It was going to be hard for him to get a clean look. Sometimes it's not easy to take free kicks that close. You want to be a little bit farther out. So I like it. You got a good opportunity. It just went wide.
10 minutes gone in this first half of the second leg. 4-2 in the first. Pau Torres over Álvaro Morata. Villarreal in the blue, trying to hold on. John Collins at the controls. Gayà and Randall, Isak and Long awaiting in the second semifinal. Who will that winner face? Still scoreless, looking for a chance here. It's Morata, stripped at the edge of the 6.
Yeah, more good defending from John Collins. It's clear he knows what he's doing. It's really important in FIFA to have a good defensive unit, just like it is in real life. You just want to be solid in all areas, especially in the spine of your team, and he's got that in spades. We'll see how long he can hold off Ocho Cinco, though, who's been very aggressive so far.
João Felix coming up that inside right channel, lays it off, but good defense. Vicente Iborra now looking to go the other way. Cazorla, Alcácer, back to Santi, spins, feeds, Paco, wide. Oh, that might have put this tie away.
John Collins does everything right there. Good counterattack, good give and go, good 1-2, whatever you want to call it. Should have hit the back of the net. He had both corners. It's unfortunate, and Ocho Cinco must feel pretty lucky at this point.
Beautiful ball through, but it doesn't carry, and the first shot from Koke goes wide.
I mean, this is another opportunity that should have hit the back of the net. Ocho Cinco has way too much experience playing FIFA to miss that wide. I know it's Koke. It's not a guy that is normally in those positions. I guess he can get there sometimes, but he's got to do better. He's got to put that on frame.
6-time Pro Bowler Chad Johnson might have even a few more honors in his FIFA career. Another chance for Partey. Spins back to his right. The Ghanaian coming up through the Atlético system. Ball back. Battling for it, Iborra, the big man. But a good step up by Stefan Savic. I think that's kind of what he was talking about. Chad Johnson, more direct than we have seen.
Yeah, I just fear a little bit for the counterattack, which is what we're seeing now. That's how he got stung twice yesterday against Clint. Right now, John Collins can't take advantage of it just yet. But for me, the final pass from Ocho Cinco is a little bit lacking. I think he feels like he's in a rush. And right now in the first half, I don't think he needs to be in a rush. I know he wants to score that first goal to put some pressure on John, but he can wait. There's just got to be patient.
Savic intercepts, half hour in, an hour of game time left to go. 2 goals to make up, and that could send it to golden goal. Back for Trigueros, now to Iborra. Big man spins it off to Manu. Well, John Collins with the big lead. Held on for the 1-1 draw against Lisa Zimouche yesterday. Looking to add to his tally here, and he does.
Oh, what a fantastic goal from John Collins. For me, I'm probably not going to see the replay because I think Ocho Cinco is going to hit the button and move on and get to kickoff. But he has a really nice turn at the top of the box, which ends up setting up the run and allowing the run to support the play. John Collins is excellent. We saw it in his first game yesterday of playing through balls, and he does it again today. Finally hits the back of the net. He was talking about improving his finishing, and he does it. Very good goal.
And Manu Trigueros, normally a creator, this time a finisher. And that means that Ocho Cinco needs 3 goals. Still a second half to go. But maybe, just maybe, the crown a little wobbly.
Yeah, Ocho Cinco's got a lot of work to do. He's definitely capable of scoring 3 goals. You get 1, then John Collins is thinking a little bit. You get 2, and then that 3rd could definitely come. So he needs to score this next goal, obviously, or it's done and dusted. And I think he knows that.
Gomez into the midfield. Cazorla. Good ball weighted. Now Moreno to the inside. Top of the box, and Oblak out to pounce. 5 minutes left. One back in the midfield. Vicente Iborra. Now Moreno, but it's cut out by Felipe, the big Brazilian. Is there a goal for Atleti in this first half? Okay. Felix. Correa into the 18, top of the sticks, turns, speeds,
Hey! What a great goal from Ocho Cinco, and it really starts with a good run out wide and a little bit of patience when he cut back in. That's the stuff that we need to see from Ocho Cinco. A huge goal right before halftime to get him back into this tie. Álvaro Morata must be very happy right now as he was coaching. He was the life coach of Ocho Cinco before this match. All the play for here for me, Phil.
Just like in real life, it's Angel Correa that's creating the chance. João Felix converts, looking for another before the half. Away,
what?
And the rebound goes high. Asenjo.
That could be the difference. Ocho Cinco's putting himself in position to make plays, to get goals, to get back into this in a really meaningful way. He's got to finish that. That's unfortunate in so many different ways. I think he'll be talking about that afterwards if we get the chance to speak to him. But yes, wow. What a first half. It started a little bit slow as they were feeling each other out, but it ended with a flurry. We each got a goal. Good finishing, but unfortunate that Ocho Cinco couldn't get a second one right before half. That would have been remarkable to keep this tie a little bit closer. But as it stands, Phil, the deficit is still 2 goals. Atleti, it's 5-3 in aggregate right now. John Collins just has to be smart. He's very good defensively, so I think he'll hold on. But again, you can't sleep on Ocho Cinco in FIFA.
John Collins with a key goal, but then Ocho Cinco won in almost a second. Now the second half of the second leg. 4-2 in the first, 5-3 on aggregate, 2 goals to make up for Atletico Madrid, or they are gone. And Villarreal, with Pau Torres and John Collins, would be on to the final. Second semifinal, Jose Gayà, Damarious Randall, Alexander Isak, and Allie Long. That one coming up immediately following this as we work our way towards this Kick COVID tournament final. Now, Atletico in the black, from the right to the left. Chance for João Felix, the young Portuguese superstar. Koke back to the middle. Trying to thread it through, but can't. One back.
He's got to hit that first
again.
time.
Koke into the box. Gaspar Asenjo out to grab, but the foul call.
Yeah, Ocho Cinco had a great opportunity to send Koke or Saul through. First time, he elected to take a touch first, and that closed down the passing lane, but I think he'll be looking for that moving forward because I think that space is there if he's looking for it.
Nice hold by Morata. Dishes wide for Saul. Saul doubling up with Renan Lodi and João Felix on this left flank. Into the midfield. Knotted down. Saul. Partey. João Felix. Glance for Koke. To the 18, just a little off. Boy, Gomez now on the break. Approaching the hour mark, time running out. Villarreal and John Collins trying to bleed the clock just a bit.
Yeah, you can see the way that Atleti is set up.
Good run, tucked away, and Oblak kicks it.
That Ocho Cinco has applied some pressure. He's got guys trying to swarm the ball. I think this is a good move. However, his guys could get a little bit tired. towards the end, but at some point he has to start chasing the game, and why not with 30 in-game minutes left to go?
Felipe. Brazilian taking it up to midfield, now in for Koke. Still 30 minutes left. A goal could make things quite interesting as this one winds to a close. Arte, Morata, looked for a pass, but it was blocked and now poked free. Cazorla the other way. Alcácer into the box, denied. Oblak to the rescue again.
Yeah, huge save by Oblak. Had to be done for them to even have a chance, but another good through ball from John Collins.
Trying to get to the goal line, poked away. It trickles across into touch, but it's going to be off the attack, and Oblak with the goal kick. Felix, Morata, 2 to beat. Dishes wide for the Portuguese superstar. Trying to thread it through, but can't. Substitution time, Jimmy?
Absolutely. I think he needs to take a look at some options or even a formation change to see if he can generate a little bit more support. I mean, Morata got the ball initially, and there's nobody around him. That has to change, I think, if he really wants to get back in this.
Still the 2-goal cushion set from the first leg. Ocho Cinco trying to cut that in half. Nice play by Morata. Off for Moreno. Koke across. And it's knocked away the other way. Manu Trigueros, the goal scorer. Stripped in the midfield by Atleti. Good step up, Funes Mori. Things getting a little ragged here as time winds down. Good return pass. Up the center channel. Shot off the outside of the post. That would have put it away.
Another good opportunity from John Collins. He's giving us the stare in the camera. That's amazing. He knows he should have hit that. But again, I'm really impressed with his defending. I think it's really stifling the attack from Ocho Cinco. I think he's run out of ideas a little bit because the defending's so good from John Collins. So we'll see if Ocho can break through.
Into the final quarter hours, saw the yellow against Iborra. 1 against 3, but it's Alcácer finding a way. Not really known for his speed, but he can be tricky. Correa. Speaking of tricky. Still haven't seen the switches. Let's see what Ocho Cinco can do with the starting 11. Again, good play in the midfield by Villarreal. Like this might be another 1-1 draw for John Collins, and once again, it would be good enough to advance. A takedown from the side. Another free kick, and it will be Trippier again. More in the wall. A little chip to the 18, but not met. And Villarreal tries to clear, but can't. Saul to the middle. Funes Mori steals. Not bad by the former Dallas player. Gossip. Into the final 5 minutes. Felipe again to his compatriot Lodi.
Yeah, it's not looking good
Still
for Ocho Cinco.
time.
He needs to score on this sequence. He needs to score here, Phil. Otherwise...
Into the 18. The shot off the post. Morata.
Wow. I think he was offside, Phil, but still, I think Ocho Cinco knows that he needed to score on that sequence for him to have a chance to potentially score another one before the end of the game. I hearken back to right before the first half ended, where he had that opportunity to go 2-1 up, and it didn't happen for him. He was 1v1. For me, that's the difference in this game, because if he had cut the deficit to 1 at that point, then I think there's all to play for in the second half. A lot of pressure on John Collins, but as it were, John Collins has been really, really good defensively, and I think that's going to really help Villarreal potentially be the favorites to win it all.
Makes a couple of changes as well. Peña coming in, as is Carlos Baca. Atleti continuing to push forward as we've hit the 90th. Not a lot of time left. Good work again by Pau Torres and John Collins. quite a team, and they will advance to the final if this score holds.
Oh, what a move.
Maybe a goal.
What a play.
Deflected away.
Wow.
And that will do it. 1-1 the final, 5-3 on aggregate. Atlético is done, and Villarreal off to the final.
Yeah, that's who I predicted. I think you did as well, Phil, so I'm feeling pretty good about our predictions. I think Pau Torres, Alvaro Morata said he wasn't as good as Pau Torres, and I think that was proven to be true. And these two players, John Collins and Ocho Cinco, seem to be pretty even, all things considered. So it played out how we predicted, and now Villarreal goes through.
And again, Ocho Cinco denied by the woodwork, and that last-minute goal, credit to Pau Torres for putting the offensive pressure on to give the 2-goal advantage. I think that set the stage, Jimmy.
Yeah, it really did, and I didn't actually ask him. Maybe I got a little afraid when I was speaking to Alvaro Morata because really respect his game, and I didn't want to make him feel bad about it. But he made some subs that were very attack-minded, but I thought that left his team vulnerable and allowed Pau Torres to get that really decisive goal that I think put a lot of pressure on Ocho Cinco to have to overcome it. But it was a good, entertaining 2 legs. I'm excited for the next semifinal.
Well, 5-3 the final on aggregate, and it's Villarreal moving on to the final. Who will they face? Back to you, Kevin.
Cheers, guys. An absolute goal clinic then from Pau Torres. And for back-to-back days, Melissa, it's John Collins with a 1-1 draw that sees it out. Similar story, Villarreal advancing, and you're a happy camper right now.
Absolutely. West Palm Beach represent. You are going to see this question I'm about to ask Chad Ocho Cinco, and that is about his tweet from yesterday and saying it was going to be an easy win. Well, it looks like the tides have turned.
Certainly has. I think the guys are actually ready to go right now. We will go for our post-game chat, and you will get that opportunity to chat with Chad Johnson, Ocho Cinco, who's standing by with John Collins. Melissa, take it away.
What's up, guys? Great games. Both teams, both legs were quite fascinating. Villarreal with the W. I have a question, of course, for John. John, what do you think was key in holding the win, of course, from Pau Torres' performance in the first leg, and now, this beautiful tie to lead you on to final?
For getting the lead and allow me to, play defense. I think that's what I do best at FIFA, is defend, and I think I was just able to do that. Obviously, Chad creating a lot of chances, and me just being able to get my goal and be able to stop him and hold the deficit. Also, 561 represent. What's up?
That's where it's at. 561 West Palm Beach.
Me in the building.
Chad, I have 2 questions for you, but the first question for you was, man, your tweet yesterday about this game, you said it was going to be an easy win. An easy win. What are your thoughts now about that?
I didn't finish. We both saw the game. Obviously, you have to finish. I had maybe 3 or 4. One hit the wood. Had one go high. I missed. Kogi missed right inside the 18. You have to finish those. Those would make the score 4-1. I left myself a little vulnerable at times, which is where you got to score. We got to score. And other than that, there's really nothing I can do about it. I had to play aggressive a little bit.
Absolutely. I can't agree with you more. Now, you say the finishing part, and I think that was the most challenging part for you today. How about free kicks? You had a few options to take some free kicks. You opted for the short plays. Why that?
Yeah. Just based on where I was, I wasn't really familiar with the players I was using, so I didn't know how well they would be at the free kicks. I mean, everybody's different when it comes to taking free kicks. So I elected to pass it off and try to get a shot off.
Awesome. Well, thank you. And sorry we won't be seeing you in the next, but we hope we'll still see you tweeting and supporting, of course, the donations for the COVID-19 response. Now my question is over to Álvaro. I'm first going to say it in English, then I'll say it in Spanish. You scored a goal with your own player, with the number 9, Álvaro Morata, of course. And when you did score, you did that celebration. Can you show us that celebration right now, live again on camera? ¿Puedes demostrar esta celebración que hiciste cuando marcaste el gol?
Yes. This one.
Hey, there it is. There you have it, guys. Well, thank you so much. We look forward.
I think is not the most important thing. The most important thing is
Yep, looks like we lost Álvaro right there for might be some issues of the stream, but I think what he was going to say was the most important thing, I bet, is the donations and raising funds for Feeding America, of course. Thank you guys so much, and on to the finals, Villarreal. Chat 85, thank you very much. We'll see you in the Twitch stream, of course. Over back to you, Kev.
Wonderful sports. Huge thanks to Chad 85 and Álvaro Morata. Hard luck, gents. So, on go Villarreal to the grand final they go. Brilliant performance. They scored 7 yesterday. They bagged 5 today so far, and they are cruising through to that final. Who will they play? Either Valencia or Real Sociedad. It was Real Sociedad scoring for fun yesterday as well. We saw that with Allie Long and Alexander Isak. But right now, Jimmy Conrad, I'm going to go and say the Villarreal are the favourites from what we've seen so far. Would you agree?
Well, at the end of yesterday, I thought that Real Sociedad were my favorites. Maybe it's because I saw them play last yesterday, so they're top of mind. But after watching Villarreal play again today, I just think as a partnership, both of those players are very good. If Pau Torres gets the leg one again in the final, he can really set the tone. And then, as John Collins says, he's very good defensively, and I don't think he gives himself enough credit going forward. I think he's a through ball master that creates a lot of opportunities. And if he can finish 1 or 2 of those, yeah, then I think they'll be champions of this first ever tournament.
You know what's pretty cool, guys, is that we're raising money here for Feeding America. As we've mentioned, the link down the bottom of your screen on the right-hand side, the fact that these guys are in different countries. You've got someone like Pau Torres and John Collins in different countries right now, and yet you can see their chemistry and their relationship is really thriving at a time like this. Both of them celebrating like this, Melissa, in the interview with you. It's a joy to see.
It is a joy to see. And whether it's a win, a tie, whether they advance or get knocked out, you still see the goal of this and really the true meaning of this for Feeding America. And you also saw that celebration Álvaro Morata pulled off at the end. And that just shows the happiness that goes on with it. And like I said, I probably ended his words before he got kicked out, but it's all for Feeding America. And we want to really, really help donate as much as we can.
Hey, one more time. We got to all 4 of us nail this Álvaro Morata celebration. How do we do it, Melissa?
Just like that. We're on the wrong way. Okay, good. We're on the right way. I hope someone took a picture. I hope somebody took a picture of that.
So it's kind of similar to Usain Bolt, right, Phil? Something along those same lines.
Just a little bit. Cuauhtemoc Blanco had one as well. By the way, I think people might be discounting Jose Gayà and Damarious Randall a little bit. We saw from John Collins the last 2 days how important defense can be. And I mentioned the Gayà goal, but they had 2 clean sheets. Now, the real problem, though, if Real Sociedad does advance, talk about John Collins and that defense, Allie Long might have been the most impressive attacking player to this point. So it will be to the test. I still don't think we know who the winner is going to be.
That is a great tease, my friend. We will have the next game coming up. The other side of the bracket we go. It is Valencia taking on Real Sociedad. And a chance to see Damarious Randall for a first time. Technical difficulties yesterday got in the way. We didn't get a chance to see the Raiders' safety. So looking forward to seeing him in action alongside Jose Gayà and see if they can take down the favourites in that matchup, Alex Isak and Allie Long. That match to come. A reminder, we're raising money for Feeding America. The link at the bottom right of your screen. Give what you can. We hope you're all safe, you and your loved ones at home right now and doing your very best at this time and enjoying this action here alongside La Liga Uninterrupted and the Women's ICC. Quick break to take. When we come back, it is Valencia against Real Sociedad. Welcome back in. I hope you and yours are having a wonderful Sunday. It's all go here on this show. Kevin Egan alongside Melissa Ortiz, Jimmy Conrad, and welcome to the show for the first time today, Mark Brown of LaLiga TV. How are you, Mark?
I'm very good. How are you? Sunday evening in Barcelona here. Buenas noches. Everything good.
Beautiful, beautiful. You're going to jump into the commentary booth alongside Melissa Ortiz. Folks, if you've missed the action so far, this is the landscape of our Kick COVID-19 weekend tournament. Villarreal advancing to the grand final with a brilliant victory over Atlético Madrid. So out go Álvaro Morata and Chad Johnson. And into the final go Pau Torres and John Collins. Who will they face? That's the big question. Is it Valencia or will it be Real Sociedad? Jose Gayà, Damarious Randall playing for Los Che, and Ali Long, Alexander Isak representing Real Sociedad. So looking forward to seeing these guys in action. I believe we'll get our first interview lined up. And Melissa Ortiz, it looks like we're set to hear from Jose Gayà and Damarious Randall. And I have to go to Damarious first on this one, both representing Valencia. Damarious, you didn't get a chance to play yesterday. I mean, technical difficulties got in the way. So do you see yourself as a bit of a secret weapon heading into today?
Hopefully, hopefully I can provide a spark for the team, and hopefully we can move on to the finals.
Did you get a chance to see Allie Long play yesterday? Because she was banging in the goals, winning by 4-1.
Yeah, I see it. She looked very, very impressive, and she really looked like a professional. So definitely looking forward to playing against her.
Well, really looking forward to seeing you in action as well. Good to have you back.
Definitely. Thanks for having me.
José, ¿cómo estás? Ayer le ganaste a Borja 1-0. Pudiste descansar ayer y hoy, obviamente, flauco, ojalá, para ganar hoy, para llegar a la final. ¿Qué vas a hacer hoy? ¿Unos cambios diferentes o planes diferentes?
Hola, bueno, más o menos parecido a lo de ayer. Creo que me fue bastante bien. He hecho algún cambio en la alineación, pero prácticamente voy a jugar igual, con el mismo sistema y esperamos tener la suerte que tuvimos ayer, aunque bueno, hoy creo que será difícil también.
Claro, y viste que Isaac le ganó a Morientes 3-1. ¿Qué piensas de su estilo de juego?
Sí, bueno, ya me han comentado que juega muy bien al FIFA y bueno, yo como siempre intentar dar la cara, intentar defender bien y bueno, si tengo una, marcar un gol e intentar cerrarme atrás. Es un poco mi estilo de juego en el FIFA porque no suelo jugar mucho y tengo que hacer eso para poder ganar, si no va a ser imposible.
Jose mentioned that he was able to rest yesterday and that for today, not really much of a change in comparison to yesterday's plan, except for he did make one small change for today's game plan. And as far as I asked him about Isaac's style of play and what he expects and what he thinks, and he said, yeah, he's a great player, but he's expecting a great matchup and that he hopes for the win.
Brilliant. Wonderful to hear from the guys. Go get ready. There you have it. Jose Gayà, Damarious Randall representing Valencia. The Bats, they will be taking on Real Sociedad. And Jimmy Conrad, I've got to ask you, we saw Ali Long and how good she was going forward yesterday. And Damarious has had a chance to study Ali's game, whereas Ali hasn't had that opportunity to study Damarious. Is that in his advantage?
I do. I think it is in his advantage. I think he can see or identify some weaknesses that he can exploit and then try to slow her down in certain ways. I thought when I look back on that game, both Alexander and Allie were both very good in the second half and not as convincing in the first half. So if he can frustrate them in the second half, then it gives them, at least for me, a good opportunity for them to get through and get to the final.
Oh, I don't know which way this is going to go, but we're going to welcome in now Alexander Isak of Real Sociedad and the world champion herself, Ali Long, to the show. Great to see you guys.
Hi.
Great to see you too.
What's up, everybody? How excited are we for this face-off? My first question, of course, is for Allie. Allie, yo, you gave like a class yesterday in FIFA to Willy.
No.
Well,
love
first
you,
of all, the
Willy.
first question is, Did you receive any messages, whether it was from your friends or social media, about that result and the performance?
Yeah, but they were still giving me some crap that he was a basketball player, that like I really haven't been tested yet, so I gotta prove it again. It's okay. I like it. I like the smack.
Of course, always up for the challenge. So will you make any changes for today?
My secret, you'll have to watch and find out.
I love it. And this is just apart from this FIFA game. This is a question apart from this FIFA game, because I think a lot of Allie Long fans and of course U.S. Women's National Team fans would love to know, what has quarantine been like and what is your day like? What series are you watching? The girls want to know.
So I think that actually I feel almost just as busy as I would if I was, besides like having a regular game schedule, but I still have like an intense training plan. I'm still lifting, training, and whether I'm by myself or just with one teammate, because we're allowed to be in twos, that alters it. And of course, it's not the same type of training, but it's kind of like an extended off season. And I kind of look at it like a challenge, like what we do now is going to come to light when everything's back to life. So I'm just trying to make every single day to be better as a player and an athlete. And so once my season does start, I can come out and hopefully kill it. And when it comes to the series, I actually am watching the Jordan one. It's and also the challenge, MTV The Challenge. I don't know why I love that show so much, but me and my husband, we love it. So we're into that. And then I like watch too many shows, so I'm like caught up from traveling so much, like on everything. I'm waiting for seasons to come out with a new season.
Maybe Casa de Papel or Money House, as they say. Well, we are sure you have probably spent some of your time playing FIFA, because it has surely shown in this tournament so far, and we're excited to see more. Kev, you have anything?
Yeah, definitely. I want to follow up with Alexander on that as well. What are you watching over in Spain right now, Alex?
Right now, I'm not watching a lot. I'm just playing video games, mostly Call of Duty. But I've been watching like the new season of La Casa de Papel, and there's just some old movies, but not too much actually. Just playing video games.
Can we talk about your team for a second, your partnership with Allie? Because I think from the outside looking in, you two seem to have the most fun, even though you're in different countries. But that connection with Real Sociedad and getting through, scoring 7 goals yesterday. You went and won 3-1. Allie said, whatever you can do, I can do better, winning 4-1. You guys are having fun.
Yeah, I think it's a great coincidence that we have the same playing style, like going fast forward, and that's how I like to play. So it was fun watching her as well.
So you had a chance maybe to see Jose Gayà, a fellow you'd come up against in La Liga, play yesterday. He won by 1-0 against Borja Iglesias. Did you get a chance to study his game at all? He had a more conservative game, but he was still uber talented. What did you see?
Yeah, I saw his second half yesterday, and I could see that he's more of a type of possession ball type of player. So I think we're quite different, but let's see what game is the best today.
All right, good stuff. Well, you're up against Jose Gayà next. Vamos, Ali. Come on, let's be hearing you, Ali. Vamos.
I need a jersey.
You do.
Well,
brilliant to hear from you guys. Yeah, exactly.
Thanks.
Great stuff, guys, representing La Real. Good luck to you guys. The game to come then is Alexander Isak against Jose Gayà. There we have it again, guys. I don't know if it's planned this way, but it is a defender against a striker once more. Let's go down the line and get our predictions, and we'll start with you, Mark Brown.
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? I'll tell you what, we were talking about at the beginning of the tournament. If we were going to see a derby in the final, we were thinking about Betis Sevilla. Villarreal already through. Don't forget, Valencia-Villarreal is a derby. Yep. It's a regional derby, the Valencian community, as they call it. And I'm sure Gayà he'd just be itching to take on Pau Torres and Villarreal. Gayà looked tasty yesterday, but it's an unknown. We didn't see Damarious. I have absolutely no idea how to call this one, but I'm going to go with the ganas, as they call it in Spain, the motivation of Gayà and Valencia.
Wow, big call. I have a feeling Jimmy Conrad's not going to go that way with you.
Listen, I have a ton of respect for Jose Gayà. and Damarious, I think they're going to be excellent. I think it's going to be a tough test for Alexander and Allie, but I can't go against one of my own, U.S. women's national team player, world champion, one of my favorite people in the world. So I really like their chances, and it's up to Alexander to really set the tone in this first leg.
Really quickly, Melissa?
Yep, I'm also going to go with Real Sociedad on this one. The X factor, Damarious, Randall, we don't know his style of play or his performance yet, but I'm likewise. I'm going with Allie, Long, and Alexander.
All right, Melissa, jump into the commentary booth alongside Mark Brown.
Well, here we are. Things have already kicked off here. We're in the Reali Arena early doors, and that is already Real Sociedad on the front foot, attacking the goal from the left to the right in the blue and white stripes. Valencia in that change strip of black with orange shorts. And already you can see it's going to be a tight middle of the park here. Move down that left-hand side. And Real Sociedad dispossessed there on the far side. And already Valencia springing forward. Moving down that right-hand side. Dispossessed once again, though.
Mark, it looks like it's just a possession game right now at the moment. They're trying to get some feelers here and there. Of course, just in the first 5 or 10 minutes of the match.
Yeah, 8 minutes gone here, Melissa. And it really is. These two sides just feeling each other out. Bit of a midfield battle developing here. Real Sociedad, though, knocking it around. It was Isaac touching it. Isaac through the middle, goes on to that left foot. And that is good defence there. But Valencia have given it away again. The ball put into the middle. And Jaume takes, rolls it out from the back. We saw Gayà yesterday just trying to steady the ship. A lot of that Valencia play coming through. Parejo here is again the Valencia captain. That looks to be the way Gayà's going to set this out again, Melissa.
Absolutely. I mean, the way that Gayà is playing, it's a bit more defensive right now. We haven't really seen him on his attacking side of the field at the moment. But for Alexander Isak, we are seeing him giving a little bit more pressure towards the attacking third, but we haven't seen anything opportunistic to this point.
Yeah, we're seeing a good press here from Real Sociedad as well. Alexander Isak just establishing a high midfield line there, just pushing Valencia, trying to push them back. But Gayà's broke through here with his Valencia team. There's the ball down the channel. Space to run into. Great covering from that back line. And here come Real Sociedad again. Again, it's given away cheaply, though. Good 1-2 football on the edge of the area. Great turn 2 onto the left foot. Early ball put across the middle. Ramiro takes. Ball rolled out from the keeper, out onto the far side. And work through the middle here from Real Sociedad. But again, there's no way through. They can't keep the ball for more than 2 or 3 passes here. And Valencia pressing ever so well, winning the ball back. Again, patient
Mark,
play through the middle.
Both teams need to spread the field a bit. You know, you see a little bit too much in the inside, in the middle of the pitch. As far as Isaac's play, you see him pressuring, but I do expect something from the outside mids. You know, run it down the flank a bit, get some crosses in.
Yeah, it's all coming a bit too much through the middle here. But here's Parejo. He's always got ideas. The layoff for Soler goes for goal. And that is charged down again. Suddenly it's Real Sociedad coming forward. Isaac with Isaac. Looks like William José is on that far side. No way through for him, though. Defense is on top at the moment in the Real Arena. Half of the halfway point of the period in this first half. 0-0 here it is. In this first leg of the second semi-final, who will go forward to play Villarreal here in the Kick COVID FIFA 20 tournament. Valencia on the ball once again. Blazing sunshine in the Basque Country. And the ball stretching just to field out once again. That final third, though, is the problem for both sides at the moment. Let's see what the Basques can do. Great ball in field, worked across to Isak, the 1-2. Isak again, twisting and turning. And again, it's interesting, Melissa, these two defenders are reading the through balls.
Absolutely, they are. You know, it's funny to see this, how real life is coming into the FIFA game virtually. Now, it's also good to point out that both teams have been feeling each other defensively, but now we're seeing a bit more of an offensive side, an attacking scheme. And this is what we like to see. Although it's taken about 30 to 40 minutes into the match, we're happy to see this.
Well, here's Isak,
and
there it is, here's the opener. Just as you were saying it, Melissa, that was a great move. It was a counter-attack, really. Isak's broken through. Isak absolutely delighted. Look at him punch in the air. And Real Sociedad take control in the Real Arena.
Absolutely, that was a great finish. Right there, a counter-attack, like you said. Took about 38 to 40 minutes into the match to see a goal. But once he was able to break through, Mark, I am seeing this as a complete confidence riser. I think this has just opened the match for sure. I don't know about you.
Yeah, we'll see. Just coming up to halftime as well. Important goal. And Gayà's got to come out, maybe change his tactics. He was talking about being pragmatic, but he needs really to set his partner up, Damarious Randall, here with something to play for in this second leg. We know how good that Allie long is. What can Gayà do? He's coming up to half-time. Time's running out. He's gone for a long shot, and it's just wide. Yeah, just whizzes past the post from Gameiro.
It was a close one. That was a close one. As we see, I mean, maybe I spoke too soon. I said this would be a huge confidence booster for Alexander, but Jose is pressing. He's really pressing offensively, giving those combination passes as well, the supporting runs. We're going to see a little bit more from him. I think second half is going to be quite the game changer.
Yeah, that goal, it hasn't really changed his demeanour, has it? He's sitting there cool as you like in that chair. He's really in the zone, just like he was last night. Good shot from distance from his side. Just coming up to half-time, there is the whistle then. It's 1-0. Valencia with a bit to do in the second half. There is the Real Arena. Crowd on their feet. The flags are out. Isak is the man that separates these two sides at the moment. Let's see if there's any changes in the second half. But Gayà has to come out, and he needs really to set his partner up with at least something to aim at. And here we go, second half underway. It's Valencia kicking us off. Goal down. And immediately it's Was on the ball. Gayà just threading the ball through. Back to Was. Played along the back four. We saw this yesterday as well in the quarters. This steady play out from the back. Kondogbia. Parejo finds his pass, doesn't find the target. And the Basques are back in action with this man, Isak. He looks like he could be the man of the match. And again, just wide. And that was a chance to really put some breathing space between the two sides. And you said it there, Melissa. It was, ooh.
You're hearing my game expressions as a fan watching this FIFA game. Imagine watching me play FIFA. But I'm excited to see. I mean, Isak is showing some great quality. Obviously, in the final third and in his last finishing, if he can only just get that last part in and get a goal, that's all that's necessary. He's doing all the right things possible previously to that.
Yeah, the build-up play was absolutely magnificent. Jaume, though, was once again called into action. 2 saves in a minute there from the Valencia keeper. Valencia with a man over on the left-hand side. Space to work into. And the ball played back in. The edge of the area. Chance for a long shot. Again, just off target. Or was that a save from Ramiro? It was indeed. It's a corner. Great save. Isak applauds. His keeper keeping Real Sociedad a goal to the good here. 55 minutes gone. And this side looking so good on the counter-offence here. And the threaded ball through as well again. Valencia and Gayà just getting wise to that one. Maybe Isak should look for another tactic here, Melissa. Perhaps play it out wide more.
Absolutely played out wide more. I imagine, within the next 10 minutes or so, possibly to make an attacking more formation change. Also, there are options inside the game that you can change the way that you play. So say a fast build-up or more attacking instead of balanced. If I was playing, I would definitely do it, and I'd love to see something like that from Gayà right now, especially since he's down. And that's a goal.
There you go. There you go. He's answered your call there. He's answered your call. It's Gamero, the French international, the World Cup winner, bursts the back of the net. And Isaac, well, he's looking like he's been put under a bit of pressure here. Gayà, we can't see any reaction from him, but he must be delighted.
Gayà is as cool as a cat right now, staying chill, nonchalant with the swag, not really celebrating. I think his confidence is up. He's probably like, Melly, what are you saying? I got this. As I was saying, he should have more of an attack and build up. But this is definitely quite the matchup as we see already. And a 1-1, this is definitely setting the tone, even thinking about the leg.
Absolutely. Well, two of the top young talents in La Liga Santander doing us justice here. Not much between them in terms of natural talent. Not much between them in FIFA either. Gayà seems to have been boosted by that goal. He wants a second one. Flying save from Ramiro. Yeah, great save there. It was from the captain, Parejo. Corner taken short. It's punched out by Ramiro. So did I clear the danger again? Well, this looks interesting. The early ball put into the middle. It's a perfectly weighted ball. And how about that for a save?
Oh, what a save. That is something from Isaac that has to be finished. That has to be put in the back of the net. And you saw his speed with ball crossed in low on the ground. But unfortunately, he was not able to put that one away. That's something that is most necessary, especially as we get to the latter end of the second half.
Yeah, 1-1, not long to go. We're really in the last quarter of an hour coming up. Perhaps time for a change of sub here, Melissa?
Yeah, I'd hope so, from both ends, actually.
Kondogbia trying to thread it through the eye of the needle. No space there for the Frenchman. Here's Isaac. What can he do? Doubles back on himself, but then just runs into a spot of bother. You can just feel that anticipation in the crowd. Look at that. They can sense something's coming. And how many times we've seen that? The woodwork to the rescue, but the rebound's put in, and it's 2-1.
There it is. How many posts have we seen so far in this tournament? But this post at least was in his favor, and he was able to get the rebound, of course. 2-1 up, Real Sociedad. Mark, what are we thinking now? Last about 12 minutes of this match.
Yeah, it's tight, isn't it? And what's going to be Gayà's tactics here? 2-1 down, or is Isaac going to come out flying and look for a third here? Really set up Allie for this barnstorming finish. What's he got in mind? We saw him go all-out attack yesterday as he took the game 3-1 against Morientes, coming back from behind. Last 10 minutes. Gayà looking to get himself back in the game. He wants to give Damarious something to play for. Odegaard. Turns inside. Lovely square pass. This is classy stuff from the Basques. Still on play. Kondogbia showing his strength. The pass only finds the Norwegian. And how about that for a turn? In the end, it comes to nothing, though. Time ticking down. Nail-biting stuff. Second semi-final, first leg. Real Sociedad 2-1 up against Valencia. Looking like a home win if nothing changes here. Odegaard just looking to slow things down. Valencia have still got time. Just try and carve out that one clear-cut chance. Can Gayà do it here? Short ball inside. Good turn. There's the plan. It's the ball into the channel. And Alexander Isak had read that to perfection. And we're in stoppage time, final seconds. And if nothing changes here, and Damarious Randall's got some work to do. There is the final whistle. It's Real Sociedad 2, Valencia 1 in this semi-final first leg. A round of applause from the home fans. Isak punches the air and he takes the win, gives himself a little round of applause. And that was close. But again, Isak showing his attacking potential there, Melissa.
Absolutely. I mean, you saw in the first half, it was a quite level playing field. Not really much that we saw up until around the 38th minute. That's when it opened the game up. Isak scored. And then Jose Gayà, of course, scored. But I have to say, just like you mentioned, the attacking play under Isak is quite phenomenal. Geez, the second leg is going to be quite interesting, of course, with pressure on Allie long.
Indeed, and pressure on Damarious, who we haven't seen. What can he do? Kevin, back to you.
Most certainly, guys. Yesterday, Allie Long had a 3-1 advantage heading into the second leg. She went and ran away with a 4-1 win. Can she do it again today? Damarious Randall, what have you got in your locker? Hey, I'm getting some breaking news here, guys. Jimmy Conrad, can I get a little bit of a drum roll, please?
You can. What do we got?
Good news. We've got good news. We have surpassed the $10,000, our goal for this weekend in the Kick COVID campaign. Yeah, baby. Well done to everyone involved. That's what we were hoping for, that every one of you will get out and give a little bit. Just give what you can this weekend to help feeding America in the battle against COVID-19. And well done to all involved. This collaboration all weekend with LaLiga, with Uninterrupted, with the Women's ICC and Relevant Sports. It's been wonderful. And we have surpassed that number. Let's keep those donations coming through with that link on the bottom right-hand side of your screen. And we will continue with the action. And congratulations there, Alexander Isak. You're halfway there, Alexander. Hand it over now. Melissa, take it away. You've got the guys standing by.
Thank you, Kevin. Hi, guys. How are you? José, ¿cómo estás? ¿Qué partido que jugaron? Opinión del partido fue, o sea, el primer partido no había muchas oportunidades, pero en el segundo tiempo, ¿qué piensas?
Sí, bueno, ha sido un partido bastante disputado. La primera parte sí que es verdad que no han habido ocasiones. Él me ha tirado una vez y me ha marcado un gol. Y en la segunda sí que es verdad que se ha abierto un poco todo y bueno, yo creo que ha estado muy igualado. Un fallo yo que he tenido ahí al final, pues me ha costado el partido, pero bueno, yo creo que he jugado bastante bien y bueno, no era fácil porque Isak creo que, bueno, se ha demostrado que juega bastante bien y aunque he perdido me voy contento.
I asked Jose, it was a close game. You know, the first half we didn't see very many opportunities, but in the second half it was quite open and we saw many more chances and build-up plays. What did he think of the game and especially the second half? And he said it was a very close game, a very level. That Isak is a great FIFA player as well, of course. And he said that you know, he wanted to try to score a goal, but you know, he gives it up to Isak for that well-played game.
Okay, and then Alexander, question for you. How long did it take you to realize that Jose was a little bit better than Fernando Morientes from yesterday?
I actually I had that feeling from before, but you know, I think he has a really good defense, and that's was the problem. And yeah, you know, I play fast forward and I get my chances. Today I missed like pretty much, but still I managed to score 2. And defensively, I think he plays a lot with ball possession, and I think that's pretty frustrating when you defend. So like after a while you slip and you make mistakes, easy mistakes. So that was the hard part. But yeah, I think it was a tough game, and luckily I could win it. But I think he did a great job.
Now that's 2 games in a row that you've really turned it on in the second half. Are you doing anything different tactically when you're in halftime?
No, I think maybe that's just stamina.
Gotcha. Cool. Well, congratulations on the win. Hopefully Allie can bring it home for you guys. Jose, unlucky, but maybe Damarious will bring it home for you guys, and we'll catch you guys after the second leg. Let's go back to you, Kevin.
Gracias, Jose.
Well done to the guys. Look, Jimmy Conrad, it was a decent effort by you to get Alexander Isak to bite there, but they're through all sorts of media training. He was never going to bite at Morientes.
I mean, Morientes is a legend, so I get it, but I just thought, hey, he's a dad as well. I know exactly who Fernando Morientes is. I'm the same kind of guy. Like, I want to play a lot more. I just don't have as much time as I'd like when you got the kids and stuff. But, I think it was pretty clear that Gayà was a little bit better than Morientes. But, yes, I appreciate him being diplomatic.
Yeah, those guys are smooth, I'm telling you. It's hard to catch them. All right, we have got a major game coming up. It is the second leg of the semi-final. Damarious Randall, NFL star, up against a world champion in Allie Long. Allie Long has a 2-1 advantage from that first game, with Isak getting the win. Predictions, please. Let's start with Melissa Ortiz.
Yeah, like I said, we haven't seen Damarious Randall yet in action, so this is going to be something new in the books for us. But based off yesterday's performance, of course, I'm going to go with my girl Allie, and I'm hoping to see some great goals from both sides. But Allie, we saw her attacking skills yesterday, so that offensive press, I love it. I can't wait to see us.
Do you agree, Jimmy?
Yeah, I'm definitely backing Allie all the way, with all due respect to Damarious. I fear, though, because Alexander didn't get a bigger lead when he had so many opportunities, that could come back to bite them. I think Damarious has got some game. You can't sleep on him. But Allie's got a ton of experience. She knows what to do in these big moments, so I'm excited to see her play.
Mark Brown, rumor has it you're a major Las Vegas Raiders fan, so you'll be going with Damarious then, yeah?
Of course. Rumors, dirty rumors. I'll tell you what, do you know about the Mestalla effect? The comebacks we've seen through the ages of Mestalla. I'm counting on the Mestalla crowd, but hey, let's see. The Damarious effect and the Mestalla effect. He's got a big job in his hands. Ali was absolutely brilliant yesterday, but playing at home, 1-goal cushion to tie one.
It certainly is. Mestalla is a wonderful point. One of the best venues in our beautiful game. The home of Valencia. The Bats with it all to do, trailing by 2-1. Now, the free-scoring Allie Long has to hang on to her advantage, a 2-1 advantage, thanks to Alexander Isak. First chance for us to see Damarious Randall in action. And now we'll hand it over to you guys with the call. It will be you, Mark Brown, alongside Melissa Ortiz again.
Well, here we go. All to play for, a place in the final against Villarreal at stake. It's Allie Long against Damarious Randall, the unknown against really the super player from yesterday. And what's going to happen here? Well, we've got an unknown against a superstar here, Melissa.
Absolutely. Yesterday we saw from Allie Long her confidence in her game. She was able to transition really well. Her build-up play was phenomenal. There were points where, even her finishing skills were absolutely tremendous. So I'm expecting a really great play and just a game, just like you said, we haven't seen yet from Damarious anything. So I'm excited to see his play. We cannot underestimate it whatsoever. And I know we're going to see great things just like we've seen from the rest of the uninterrupted talent.
Yeah, and we saw also with Ali, we saw that midfield brain, perhaps, the way she just ran the clock down, the way she ran the field there from the middle of the park. She's defensively strong. She was strong up front and everything we expected her to be, really.
Absolutely. Look at getting in the practice in that pre-practice. We're going to see definitely some 1v1s, I think, right there. Ooh, look at that shot, upper 90 with the curve. Already seeing some technique. Let's see what we got.
Well, here we go. Here's Mestalla. There's Jaume looking up at the gods. What can his team do? Can Damarious get the home fans back into this game? Valencia in the second leg, playing at home, of course, in the white. Real Sociedad in that change strip of turquoise. Valencia straight into it on the attacking front foot here. Looking for the first chance of the game. It almost comes through there to Rodrigo. In the end, it's played back to Ramiro, who gives it to Thaldu, who promptly loses it again. Real Sociedad won't be looking for this. They don't want to be conceding an early goal, and Rodrigo's almost in the tie.
It's great to see some already offensive action early off in the game, especially with Valencia. Now, Mark, it's funny because Damarious has said recently that he's getting tired of playing video games. So I imagine he's been playing FIFA a lot lately. And he also did mention, and I mentioned this yesterday, that while he was at ASU, he used to on his matches, his FIFA matches, 50 push-ups for every match that he lost. So this is something that I wonder if we're going to see today or not.
Oh, that's an interesting stat there. But I tell you what, Allie Long here is building up from the back, much as we saw yesterday, but it's offside. Gayà just stepped up. And that's a good offside trap there by Damarious Randall. Real Sociedad winning back right across the middle of the park, looking to get an attacking third with Odegaard over the ball. You don't want to give him the space that he's got here just outside the box. He's laid it off on the right-hand side to Januzaj. Some great attacking young talent on show there. Januzaj, well, caught in two minds there. Was it a shot? Was it a cross? He looks very disappointed with his effort there. A chance for Valencia to get back on the ball, but they've lost out again. Allie just starting to find a rhythm here, much like we saw yesterday. Here's Kondogbia. Out to this near side. It's Torres taking it in his stride, has a look up, and it's thundered across goal. And there's the leveler in the tie. Game on. And there's the dance in Mestalla. The fans come alive. It's Maxi Gomez, the Uruguayan. And look at that reaction. Mestalla on fire.
Mestalla on fire for sure. And Mark, it's just kind of like what you said in the pre-game analyst. You know, you can never doubt the Mestalla magic. And what we see from Damarious is his attacking prowess. We didn't get to see any of that yesterday, but today we are. And we see the emotions through the camera. Damarious obviously celebrating a little bit, but humbly at the same time. But Allie quite in frustration.
Yeah, it's just not quite happening. Damarious has got the wind in his sails. Real Sociedad looking to exploit that space behind the fullback once again. Played across the D. Lovely ball in from Odegaard. And that is one of the goals of the tournament so far. Beautiful stuff. Take a bow, Real Sociedad. Look at that reaction there from Allie Long. That is absolutely sensational stuff. 1-1 on Mestalla.
That is an absolute golazo in my books, for sure. Allie, cool and composed, side of the box, that side angle, hits it. Perfect finish, I must say. Wow, level play at the moment in this second leg. But I mean, we need to see more from Allie, as we know with the first leg of the game she's down.
Yeah, well, she certainly put the cat amongst the pigeons here, giving Damarious Randall something to think about.
And sorry, Mark, I must correct myself. I was looking at the other stats. Actually, Allie is in favor at the moment. She put herself in a more comfortable position, but definitely needs to score at least one more goal to be crew sailing.
Yeah. It's 1-1 here. 2-1 from the first leg. Well, here we go. The corner whipped in. Now 1 against 4, but how's that from clever play there from Zubeldia? He's got support here as well from Isaac. Januzaj in the build-up too. Great stuff. Real Sociedad bursting into the box, and it was a good cross, but Jaume, the cat they call him in Spain, and he pounced on the ball there. The big punt upfield, though, just doesn't quite come off. Real Sociedad asserting control through the middle of the park again. Marino strides forward, the new arrival. He's had such a great season at the Real Arena, signed from Newcastle United in the summer. What a buy he's been. He loves to get forward into the box. Ooh. And the left-footed cross finds there to Zubeldia, who can only put the ball over the crossbar.
I like what I see so far, of course, from Real Sociedad. You see Allie really kind of emulating how she plays actually on the real pitch, switching the point of the attack. You see the balls going from left side all the way to the right side, then working the way through the middle. And as we saw, a little short cross, but unlucky with the finish at the end.
Yeah, but Real Sociedad are coming again. Allie Long is just getting ambitious here. Wants to silence this Mestalla crowd. Isaac runs straight into trouble. There's time for a counter-attack here, Rodrigo. We know what he can do. We know how quick he is. We know how tricky he is. There's everything there in evidence. Krosno wasn't a great one. Isaac seeing a lot of the ball in this first half, Melissa.
Oh, yes, we do. And if only we could link up and get Isaac the ball. Oh, is that a goal? Is that a goal? Yes, it is a goal.
Indeed. Yeah. And that should be it, surely. 2-1 up. There's the reaction from Allie Long. We can see what she makes of that one. She knows. She knows
Allie
that
Long.
this is...
She sure is pumped.
5 minutes to go to half-time. Real Sociedad in control of the tie. 4-2 up on aggregate score. Here's Daniel Wass. Odegaard. What a brilliant first half he's had. He's running the show here. Plenty of runners. Monreal, a veteran fullback, loves to get forward. Isaac just drops deep. So good at offering with his back to goal. And so good at running through too. And how's about that for a through ball? It's off the outside of the post. And that would have been curtains surely for Valencia. They survived going into the halftime break.
Mark, you know, those are the types of goal that needs to be put in the back of the net. I know she's thinking in her mind right now, what in the world just happened? What button did I not press correctly or hard enough or soft enough? But hopefully we'll see another chance, maybe right here.
But it's great combination play. It's the build-up play in the final third. She's ripping Valencia apart here. Just winding down to the halftime break. There's 3 minutes of stoppage time added. We've had all the goals in this first half. 3 goals. It's 2-1. Isaac, the star of the show, alongside the other youngster, Odegaard. And Real Sociedad and Allie Long in the second leg, well and truly in command. It's 2-1 to the away side on the night. They're in control of the tie. And at the moment, if nothing changes, Damarious round with a mountain to climb here. It looks like Real Sociedad are favourites to go through to this final against Villarreal in the Kick Covid 19 tournament here. FIFA 20, Mestalla sold out on the night under the floodlights. Mestalla, such a wonderful ground right in the middle of Valencia City, one of the oldest grounds in Spain. It's seen such great memories. And can Damarious Randall give it one more here? Is the comeback, is it possible here, Melissa?
I don't know. I mean, it looks like he's going to make some changes right now. We're going to see, I imagine, a more offensive approach to the second half, of course, giving it all he has to try at least to get into the final. But I'm going with Allie Long right now for the win. That's my prediction. But let's see if he made any changes.
Yeah, let's have a look at that one. At the moment, I'm not spotting any. I don't know if my eyes missed something there. And here's Oyarzabal.
Yep, I don't see any.
Yeah, there's one. There's one, Melissa. Oyarzabal's on. The young captain at Real Sociedad, one of the brightest prospects in world football, such a super footballer. And Allie Long putting on attacking talent. You can see where her ambitions lie. But at the moment, though, spotlight on Damarious Randall. He needs a quick goal from somewhere. Is he going to get it? He's denied. Great stop there.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's Maxi Gomez. Ramiro denies him, though. Oh, it's a goal kick. Taken quickly. Ball over the halfway line. Won back by the home side. Attacking from right to left. Buoyed on by the Mestalla crowd. Real Sociedad, though, holding firm at the back. This 4-4-2 looking very steady indeed. This is Oyarzabal. He gets the outlet. Work through the middle of the park. It's great stuff. Great covering from Kondogbia. Again, there's just no way through this back line at Real Sociedad, marshalled to the max by Allie Long and holding steady as a rock at the moment. We're coming up to the hour point. Real Sociedad in control with Odegaard. How about that for a cute through ball? Isaac so quick to pounce onto it. It looks like it's a one-on-one here for Oyarzabal. He's cut back in the end, and they miss a chance there, Melissa.
Yes, absolutely. Now I've seen it looks like Damarious, he's probably changed the setting to a high pressure. You see his defense really trying to get the ball back as soon as they lose possession. But Allie Long, she's able to do two quick passes right away, give and goes, and open the space for that counterattack that we just saw as well.
Okay, we got a set piece here. Parejo, one of the best set piece merchants in La Liga Santander. He's gone for goal. He's went for that near post. Ramiro had read it well. Relatively easy take at his near post. Valencia over the hour point. Time running out. They need goals and they need them quickly. Kondogbia. Frenchman so strong, he's holding off Alustondo, who's no lightweight himself. Kondogbia once again, chasing down absolutely everything. No lost cause from Jeffrey Kondogbia, but it's Januzaj, the Belgian, into the flow. Isaac, great ball to Odegaard. Odegaard, fleet-footed. Odegaard working the ball onto his left foot, and maybe should have taken it with the right.
No.
Ball still in there, though, and it's in the back of the net,
and it's 3-1.
That's surely a show over. Allie Long, well, look at that face, punches the air, and that looks like Damarious Randall's night might well and truly be over. 3-1 on the night. Real Sociedad looking like they've ensured their ticket to the final against Villarreal. 20 minutes to go, and that was a great goal there. Another one, Melissa.
Absolutely. Wow. I mean, we expected a lot from Allie in this game, but she has definitely done more than our expectations. Now, what I saw was that Damarious was high pressuring, but he couldn't find the open spaces. And as soon as Allie got the chance to even break through, she did. However, in that last goal, could she have been a little bit more simple in the final third in finishing? Yes. But the most important thing is that she got the job done and she scored a goal.
Yeah, she's all about organization. You can see the tactics working brilliantly. 4-1 yesterday, 3-1. I'll tell you what, between Allie Long and Pau Torres, in what looks like it's going to be the final. Well, we got two supreme goal poachers here. And there's another one. Yeah, you said it all, Melissa. Woo! How about that one? Look at what Isaac thinks of that. And they're going absolutely wild here. Real Sociedad owning Mestalla.
Wow. And like I said, Allie loves her give and goes. And she's done it once again. And Mark, you mentioned Pau Torres and Allie Long. Today's pregame show, that's exactly the two I picked as my top players for today, as to see and because that's what we're seeing. So.
Yeah, great spot. 4-1 on the night. Allie Long has been absolutely supreme, top to bottom here. And Real Sociedad have come south from the Basque Country. They've come into Valencia and they have silenced Mestalla. 2-1 lead from the first leg. 4-1 on the night here. Clear daylight and a clear gap in quality between these two sides. Valencia can have no complaints here. Real Sociedad looking very worthy finalists. Zubeldia into Odegaard. Looking forward to seeing him in the final as well, along with Isaac. These two young players have been absolutely brilliant. They were great yesterday. Allie Long's known how to marshal and combine them together. And we got a free kick here, and it's Oyarzabal with a left foot, 4 men in the wall. Jaume needs to watch this, perhaps the curler over the wall. Allie Long's gone for the back post. And close, but no cigar. Won't matter much, though. Just a question of seeing this game out now.
Mark, I think one of the most challenging things in FIFA, other than sometimes the PKs, but flicks are definitely challenging. And if you get to the right technique of moving your thumb on the joystick to aim for it's golden. Like, you could score, but it's that first part of how you can manage to move that joystick, and it's so sensitive in order to do so and score a goal from about 20 out.
Yeah, I think we're looking at a maestro here, Melissa. Just the way, what's impressed me is the way Isak has worked with Odegaard. They've read each other's games so well, and it really is FIFA imitating life here. They've been absolutely brilliant to watch in LaLiga Santander. They're brilliant to watch here with FIFA, and it's just wonderful to see. We're in stoppage time. Couple of minutes added on. It's all over bar the shouting, and how about that to sum it up? It's what they call a poker in La Liga Santander. 5 goals to the good. And really, that is, well, take your pick. They've all been stunners, but how about that?
What another rip. What another golazo in the books. And Allie Long, she stands up, and, man, we must take a bow for that one. What a finish. Man, leaving it 5-1, 7-2 global. What a result that is, right, Mark?
Oh, man. Yeah, she's laid down a marker for the final. Pau Torres will be looking at that and thinking, whoa, I might even need to up my game a little bit as well. But the 2 top scorers from the tournament so far, their 2 teams are going to go head-to-head. But I've been impressed with that. The free-flowing Real Sociedad, tactics spot on and beautiful to watch, just like the Real Sociedad.
Absolutely. You saw her utilize Odegaard and Isak, and you saw her score once again, just like yesterday, with her teammate Isak. And it's interesting to see, and she even mentioned it in her pregame, that she's just a forward player. She likes to attack, and drive forward. And that is the same exact thing that Alexander Isak said as well. So what a great game. What a great result. I'm excited to see this final.
Yeah, it's going to be a beauty. Going to be an absolute beauty. Villarreal, it is up against, well, the free scoring Real Sociedad. It's the Basques against the Valencians. Well, Kev, who's your pick? Back to you.
That is a tough one to call. Cheers, guys. What a performance from Allie Long. Pick it out. 14 goals in 2 games then for Real Sociedad. Absolutely brilliant stuff from Isak and Long. But Villarreal, let's not forget, have scored 12 goals in their 2 games thus far. The 2 highest scoring teams set to do battle in the grand final. Villarreal and Real Sociedad, 2 of the most beloved La Liga teams, I think, in world football as well, that you don't often see winning those big trophies, Jimmy, but they're still 2 really adored sides around the world. And now we're in for an absolute cracker.
Yeah, specifically for La Real, I put on the kit because I knew they were going to do the business. I have my Villarreal one as well, so I'm ready to go either way. But I think these are the 2 teams that deserve to go to the final. I thought they were both consistently good. Both partners were both very good. Commiserations to Damarious, because I think he's got to do 50 push-ups for us or something because he lost in FIFA. But I just thought Allie Long had too much class. She made the plays that made the difference. And it's hard to go. I don't even know who to pick in the final at this point, just based on the statistics alone and how well they've played. But it should be a cracking affair.
Based on the statistics, as you mentioned, the one player that maybe needs to step up for Villarreal is John Collins. 2 1-all draws so far, Melissa. Whereas you look at Real Sociedad, and they're both scoring for fun, both Isak and Long.
I can't agree more with, we've seen the class and the goal scoring machines between Allie Long and of course, Pau Torres. But for John Collins, we need to see more action from him and some goal scoring. But let's head over and see what they have to say. What's up, guys? What a result. What an absolute result. Allie, again, with the goal scoring machine. 14 goals for the weekend. What are your thoughts on your performance?
Well, I'm still getting crap that I just beat a football player, not like a soccer player. So that's fine. But I think that actually he was really good. And the first half, he almost caught me a couple times on the counter. So I knew that because I had the lead, I could kind of sit back in the second and try to let him come at me. But I'm happy with the win. And Isaac has been MVP this whole time, so it's really cool to be able to score with him, and he's good in this game, so I like it a lot.
That's funny that you say that, because I was just about to ask Isaac himself. Alex, how does it feel that you are actually like the live MVP for this tournament as well? And Allie is utilizing you as the star forward. How does it feel to be a star, not only in real life soccer, but also in this FIFA 20 Kick COVID tournament?
Nah, it feels great. Actually, she's using me better than myself, so I have some. Not bad. It feels great. She's playing very good, and me as well. I managed to score like a couple of goals with myself, so let's keep it up.
Absolutely. And Damarious, I mean, I have to mention, those 50 push-ups. Are we going to see those from you now?
Let me see them. I want to see
just
them.
check out my Instagram. They will be up, and I'm gonna tag Allie in them.
You
Allie
better.
is great. I was trying to. I'm more of a defensive FIFA guy, so me scoring a lot of goals after you scored them couple goals, I was like, But yeah, you was definitely talented in FIFA. Definitely enjoyed playing against you, and go and win it.
Thanks. I appreciate it. I want to see those 50. All 50.
I got
So
you.
just like Allie says, we are definitely expecting to see those 50 on Instagram. Make sure you tag her, you tag everybody, and of course, help the donations for this COVID-19 response fund. Now over to José. Algunas palabras para los fans para apoyar esta gran iniciativa del COVID-19.
Sí, claro. Lo importante no es el torneo, sino lo importante está claro que es toda esa recaudación y toda esa donación para ayudar en estos momentos tan difíciles. Y bueno, ojalá que todos puedan salir de esta situación lo antes posible y podamos ayudar en esta gran causa como es la de donar.
Perfect. I had asked Jose any final words, of course, for the fans and everybody that's watching in regards to this Feeding America initiative and the donations. And he says, absolutely, that is the major cause of this. That is the reason why we are putting this tournament together for the weekend. And as long as we are together in this and raise funds and also stay safe, and hopefully we can come back to the normalities of life soon. So thank you very much. Muchas gracias, Jose. To you guys, thank you for participating. Damarious as well, and as for Alex and Allie, on to the final.
Vamos.
Chao. Mucha suerte.
Bye.
Ciao. See you. Good luck.
job, you guys. Thank you.
Wow, excellent performances then from everybody involved. Thank you so much to Jose Gayà and Damarious Randall as well. Valiant effort, but it is Real Sociedad that advanced to the final to take on Villarreal. Oh, wow, look at that matchup. Pau Torres to take on Alexander Isak. And then you've got John Collins against Ali Long. Who can take it all? The final matchup. The final four players left in this tournament, guys. And I must say, we'll have a chance. Melissa Ortiz jumping in and out of English and Spanish in the interviews. Bravo. Absolutely brilliant. Well done to you. Because it's wonderful to hear from the La Liga stars at this opportunity and to get good insight out of someone like Jose Gayà. So well done to you, and thank you for all your brilliant work in this broadcast so far. But guys, are we excited?
I appreciate that, Kev.
We've got a big one coming up here. Jimmy Conrad, I know the appetite, it's there for this big final. And I'm looking at this game between Alexander Isak, who we know is very good, but he's up against maybe the all-star in this whole thing so far. And Ali Long hasn't gone into a game trailing yet. So the dynamic here with this first game between Pau Torres and Isak is thrilling, really.
Yeah, it seems like an unstoppable force meeting an immovable object. I can't say that very well, but what I find interesting, some of the dynamics, Alexander likes to bomb forward. He likes to commit numbers. He likes to go. Pau Torres likes to score a lot of goals too, so that could be a high-scoring affair. On the flip side, John Collins hasn't scored a lot of goals, but defensively, he is very sound. He's only given up 2 in his 2 matches. Ali Long, obviously for me, the real MVP in all this, with all due respect to Pau Torres. She's been super impressive, and I wonder what it's going to look like for her if she gets stifled defensively. So there's a couple little storylines and narratives that I think we can pick apart here that should be really fun to watch.
So far, the top scorer in the tournament is Pau Torres. He has 10 goals, 6 yesterday, 4 today so far. Allie Long just behind Pau Torres with 9 goals, with 5 goals today and 4 yesterday. Mark Brown, this is where we bid farewell to you, Mark, but you were absolutely brilliant on this broadcast and you've had fun doing it too.
It's been absolutely wonderful. Yeah, likewise. You're brilliant, guys. Brilliant cause, brilliant team. And I think we got a well-deserved final. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. In La Liga Santander, in real life, these are two of the top teams to watch. Both of them play brilliant football. They both play brilliant football in FIFA. And the players here giving the two sides, a brilliant final. And I'm going to be watching. Can't predict
Excellent
it, though.
Commentator on. No, we can't predict it, that's for sure. Mark, you're a rock star on La Liga commentaries and all your work with La Liga TV. Thank you so much. Final, Mark, cheers to you. Guys, we've got a big one coming up next here on the Kick COVID-19 broadcast. It is Villarreal taking on Real Sociedad, the final to come. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back in, folks. We have reached the grand final stage in our Kick COVID-19 tournament weekend. Me, Kevin Egan, alongside Melissa Ortiz, Jimmy Conrad, Phil Shane. Jimmy Conrad has had a change of strip yet again, folks. Love it.
I just want to make sure you're paying attention, Kev. I've got a lot of LaLiga jerseys. I love the league. It's the best league in the world. So I got a lot of them. That's all I'm going to say.
And you're showing a lot of love right now to Álvaro Morata and to Chad Ochocinco. Knocked out a little bit earlier on by Villarreal. Villarreal, the Yellow Submarines, in the grand final now with Pau Torres and John Collins doing the business. They will face Real Sociedad in the big final. Real Sociedad scoring for fun right now with, 14 goals, 7 in each game, with Allie Long banging them in alongside Alexander Isak. Looking forward to this one. Phil Shane, great to have you back in the commentary booth. All set for the big final. This is bigger than any Classico you've ever had, Phil.
It would be up there, and maybe one of the higher scoring ones too. Although, look at the other side. This is going to be really interesting because you talk about Pau Torres and how he's run away in the first legs and how Allie Long has just blown the door off in the second legs. So I think that puts the pressure on Alexander Isak and John Collins. And the one advantage that might be for Real Sociedad, though, is say they balance each other out, it's going to be Allie Long in the seat for the golden goal. So I think maybe that puts a little bit more pressure on Pau in the first leg.
That's a great point. And when it comes to the golden boot or the golden shoe in this competition so far, you've got Pau Torres on 10 goals, Allie Long chasing him on 9 goals. And then you look down the list, Alex Isak has 5, and John Collins maybe needs to step it up here a little bit, Melissa. He's sitting on 2.
That is right. My fellow Cardinal Newman alum definitely needs to, in fact, step it up, starting from the get-go with the tie against Lisa. Zimouche, the freestyler, of course, who played a great game. John Collins, I think the pressure is going to be on him for this final round. We've seen so much from the other 3 players that I think he a little bit has to draw that stronger lift, that push up for the victory. And guess what, guys? I mean, we saw it from DeAndre Hopkins in the first. So I got my party hat. I brought the party hat to the game. It's hard to put it on with headphones on, but I'm ready.
Oh, it suits you. It suits you. Hey, Jimmy, this is kind of the final that we really dreamed of, isn't it? When we saw all teams play yesterday, I think this was the one that we highlighted and said, if we could get a Villarreal Real Sociedad final with these stars on show, this is the juicy matchup.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think the cream rises to the top in a lot of different things, and they've shown their quality and class throughout this competition. I wouldn't sleep on John Collins, though. I really feel like he knows that defense wins championships, and that's how he plays it. He plays defense first, and he looks to hit you on the counters with the through balls. If Allie's been paying attention, and I'm sure she has been, if she can somehow figure out how to defend those through balls, she puts herself in a good position. But yeah, this is going to be an exciting affair. I don't have a hat, and I don't have a onesie, but I do have a lot of LaLiga jerseys to show my excitement. So I'm very excited for this final.
And by the way, we still have about 1 more hour to go, Kevin. 1 more hour to go for people to donate. So hopefully they're entertained. Hopefully they're enjoying themselves. Hopefully they're learning a few more R3 tricks. But we still have that donation button that's live, so keep the money coming in.
That's it. Keep it coming in down the bottom right-hand side of your screen. Wonderful to surpass the $10,000 mark, but keep it going if we can. All in that battle against COVID-19. We are raising money for Feeding America. I'm proud to be doing so. And Phil Shane, looking at this one, Allie Long, I think she's been quite humble in a lot of ways. Yes, she's shouting Vamos and she's getting animated and into the games, but very humble when we compliment her. And she's the one saying that, well, I don't want to trail, so Alexander Isak, if you can keep going first, that'd be great, and keep doing me a favor like you're doing. But she doesn't need any help right now. Allie Long is phenomenal at FIFA, and she's blowing her opponents away so far.
Well, and it's not even the humble brag. There's a little bit of bragging in there, but you also have to remember, and Melissa, you faced this as well. This is one of the finest players of her generation. And it's more than just women's game. I mean, earlier on in her career, she was known for sneaking into gyms, into men's futsal leagues with money on the line and coming out as one of the MVPs. So she's used to going up against the guys, and she's proving it again here.
Melissa, you remember those days?
Oh, absolutely. Sorry, I got a cut in there. Absolutely. And it's funny that you mentioned that about Allie, because here in New York, that money is on the line. That grit is on the line. And I've kind of gotten those offers here and there over the past, year and a half that I've moved here. It's hilarious. I didn't know that existed until that happened. Then I heard Allie used to do that, which is hardcore and also amazing. But as to speak about that, I mentioned this yesterday. There's not many women FIFA players, but not as many that needs to be out there in the public as well. And for her to do this, it's really a great motivation for young girls also to start getting involved into gaming. And the fact that she's made it to the final and she's absolutely bossed these games is awesome. And it also makes me, I tweeted her earlier, I'm like, yo, when are we getting a matchup against each other? I'm ready. But I think all in all, this is a great initiative as well to start to get girls more involved into the gaming side of things.
Well
Melissa,
said. And Jimmy, know that we haven't really seen it.
Hold on. I got to jump in there with Melissa. I don't think you're ready for Allie Long. You think you're ready, but she's very good. And we called it the shoe, golden boot, whatever it is. It's the golden controller. She is going to be, I think, having that at the end of the day because I think Alexander's going to do a pretty good job on pile. But anyway, go ahead, Kevin. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to rudely interrupt you.
No, you didn't at all, bud. All good. We have the folks standing by. Pre-game interview of the grand final. And Melissa, I believe standing by right now, we have Team Villarreal. So Pau Torres, John Collins from your old school. And John, I have to ask you first if you're there right now. And yes, you are. There's that big smile. John Collins is changing jerseys too. Rocking the Ajax kit. Love it, John. And hey, John, you're all smiles right now, but we've been looking at your game and saying you've got to step it up in terms of scoring. Pau's putting them away. You've just got 2 goals to your name so far in your 2 games. We're looking at you here big time in the final.
Yeah, like I said before, I rely on defense a lot. So, I'm just going to try to make the most out of my counter-attacking possessions and defend my butt off like I've been doing and try to give my boy Pau that solid defender as he goes out there and scores a bunch of goals.
And is it a good thing for you psychologically that would you rather go first?
It doesn't really matter to me, but it's nice to have a tone setter like Pau who's able to come out and just give everybody an explosion of goals. It gives me a little bit of ease. So hopefully going into the final match, he can make some more magic.
And finally, you're going up against Allie Long, who's scoring for fun. 9 goals so far in 2 games. How do you plan on stopping?
Same thing I've been doing. You try to keep that hard mindset. I'm going to see if she can try to score on my defense and just make it tough for her. And also put the attack back on her, make her defend as well, and see if she can stop my goals.
All right, good stuff, buddy. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Now before we stop asking him questions, I just wanted to highlight this from the high school days. I don't know if you see this. All right, there's John back at my high school.
She pulled up my boy.
At our high school.
Okay, shouts out to my guys, Dan Lewis, and shouts out to my guys, Adam Lapicus, who are in those photos.
Yes, and that's me right there sporting that Cardinal Newman High School gear. So I just wanted to bring back our memories back to life. But over to Pau Torres. I'm going to ask a question first in English. It was a great game that was played. He is, of course, the leading scorer of the tournament. I want to ask him, what is his mindset now, just a few minutes before kickoff? Un gran partido. Ahora llegaste a la gran final, Pau. Eres también el goleador del torneo. ¿Qué piensas ahora, faltando minutos de la gran final?
Bueno, pues será el partido más difícil sin duda, porque si Isaac ha llegado también hasta aquí es porque se lo merece y esperemos estar a la altura.
Pau says that it's been a journey. Isaac as well has played really great to advance to the final. So it's going to be a great matchup and a good game. Pau, los dos, Isaac y Allie, han mostrado que les gustan jugar supremamente ofensivo. Pero supremamente, y lo han notado por los goles que han metido. ¿Cuál va a ser tu plan para enfrentar Real Sociedad?
Intentar errores tontos y nada, aprovechar las ocasiones que tengamos.
how, Isaac and Allie have both shown that they are supremely offensive in their game tactics. They love to score goals, as we've seen so far. Likewise as Pau. But what is his plan going to be now facing off Real Sociedad? And he said to avoid any errors and to play as best as they can, of course, to win.
Great stuff, guys. Well, best of luck. Wonderful to hear from you. Go and get yourselves ready for the big clash against Real Sociedad. Thanks for the time. There you see it, Jimmy. They're all smiles again. Their confidence hasn't wavered at all. And I don't know about you, but I'm leaning toward these guys. I know you're probably still sticking with Ali Long and Isak, Jimmy, but I'm going to go with Villarreal in this final.
I mean, why wouldn't they be confident at this point? They haven't really been troubled all that much. John Collins has drawn his 2 matches, but I really like his game a lot. I think he's being quite humble on the attacking side of things. But yeah, I mean, I'd say they're probably the favorites going into this one, but I got to go with Ali Long. I know you didn't ask for a prediction, but I'm still giving it to you.
And Melissa, Ali Long goes all-out attack, and John Collins said there that he's a defensive guy. He's going to try and thwart that attack, and let's see what Ali has to say as to whether she can get past him.
What's up, Ali? What's up, Alex? All right, guys, ready for the gran final, as we say. Ali, so we've obviously seen a ton of goals from you so far, but your opponent is John Collins, and he hasn't been one as efficient side, and he relies on his defensive strength, as he said, throughout this whole entire tournament. So for you, what will be your tactic now facing off against Villarreal?
Just be patient. I think that the game will open up. I think that hopefully I can get a goal in early, and then he'll have to come out of that attack, that defensive block, sorry. But I respect his Ajax jersey, so if he has an Ajax jersey, Frankie de Jong is one of my favorite players, so I respect that he came from there. So, and Ajax, of course, the program. So I respect him already. Let's go.
I love it. So during the game, we obviously, through the camera, see your emotions and see your goal-scoring celebrations. Previously, in one of the Atlético Madrid matchups, Álvaro Morata scored a goal, and he did his own goal celebration that his player did in the virtual game. He did it in the camera. Are we going to see that from you today? Are there any goal celebrations in your...
I don't know. We'll see. Alex has been the leading goal scorer, so I'm not sure what his favorite move is to do when he scores.
What is it,
you guys
Alex?
are going to have to chat about it.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know.
What do you do when you score?
I don't have a celebration. Like, I have to come up with something, but you just touch any button and let's see what happens.
Alex, this is going to add millions and millions and millions to your brand. You got to figure something out, bud.
Yeah. Hopefully I have some time to figure that out, but I need to do that,
Yeah.
I like his
quick one for you, Alex.
Quiet.
Yeah, exactly. Mr. Unassuming over there, Isak. And hey, Alex, you're going up against Pau Torres now, who's scoring for fun. He's been absolutely brilliant. And you've had battles against Pau, obviously, in La Liga, him being a centre-back, you being a striker. Where's your head at in terms of this matchup against a brilliant player in Pau Torres?
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a tough game for sure. Get it to the final. And obviously, I don't know like how tough the other side was. Maybe it was better, maybe worse, but we'll see now. And I'm very looking forward very much to the final.
And if you guys take home the win in this one, can we please get a choreographed celebration between the two of you guys, Ali Long and Alex Isak from the other sides of the world?
I'm just gonna say ole, 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 ole.
This, Cav. How about this, Cav?
We can
I believe in the last. I believe in the last game we told Damarious that he had to give 50 push-ups and post it on social media and tag Allie. So Allie and he's like, if you guys win, you guys gonna do your goal sellies together and then post it as well.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Love it.
Deal.
All for great cause, guys. You're both absolute rock stars, and we really appreciate you getting involved in this all weekend. It's been truly magnificent, and you've put on a show this weekend. Best of luck against Villarreal in this grand final.
Thank you guys.
Vamos.
Vamos.
Oh, vamos. I don't want that to go away. I want this tournament to keep going on until tomorrow. But the big final is set to get underway now in mere moments. We're going to start it, as always, Phil Shane, with the La Liga matchup of Pau Torres against Alex Isak. A matchup that you're used to calling on the real pitch, with those two warriors going up against each other. And Isak's been the main man, really, in La Liga this year.
He's been up there along with Odegaard and company, and I'm excited. This is the first time I've got a chance to cover Sociedad in this e-tournament and to watch Isak and Allie, I guess Alexander and Alexandra the Great, the way that they've been playing. But in real life, Villarreal, Real Sociedad, they might not have those superstars that some of the big three do, but they are two of the most fun teams to watch.
This is it, guys. The grand final, Villarreal against Real Sociedad. Continue to contribute, if you can, for Feeding America. Wonderful cause all weekend here with Kick COVID-19. It's Sunday afternoon here in America. Wherever you're watching around the world, enjoy the action. It is Pau Torres taking on Alex Isak. Phil.
And as you can see, the ball already rolling, the yellow submarine from the left to the right. And that white and blue of Real Sociedad trying to defend the goal towards the right. Phil Shane alongside Jimmy Conrad. Ball right at the edge of the 6 and tackled across the goal line. This one with some early pressure from the yellow submarine. Can they do from the corner? Sweeping it across, punched clear, and out into the midfield. Top of the 18, and La Real coming away with it.
Yeah, very excited for this one, Phil. For me, these are the two best FIFA players on the La Liga side. Very consistent. They score a lot of goals. They know how to play. You can see their savvy and their quality when they get going in this game. So I'm excited to see how they try to break each other down.
Ball rolled into the middle. Isak pushing it into the box on the overlap. Gets it back. Loose on the doorstep and a kick save. Asenjo. And that one bouncing, trickles across. They couldn't get the goal on the first, but on the corner, they will not be denied.
Wow. The first time that Pau Torres has been down in his 3 matches. Bit unlucky there. It's tough luck to give up a goal on a corner. But nice signal of intent from Alexander, who is showing that he's not going to slow down just because he's playing a pretty good opponent.
And I don't know if you'd call him a poor man's Diego Costa, but William Jose finding his scoring touch, thanks to Alex Isak. Now, down into this near side, Villarreal. Pau Torres trying to find an equalizer, but dispossessed. Into the middle, William Jose feeding it back on the overlap. Isak dropping back into the midfield. The Brazilian now pushing it top of the 18. Shot low towards the corner. Asenjo over to make the stop.
Yeah, Alexander does a really good job of pressuring the ball, getting his guys to swarm, to cut out those passing lanes. Some advanced tactics there, I think, a little bit. He tried to slow play us on whether he knew any of that stuff or not, saying, yeah, he didn't really know. But I'm pretty sure he's triggering a few things to make it a little bit more difficult for Pau.
Sorla coming up that far flank. He's been a danger man for Pau Torres so far in this tournament. As you mentioned, first time he's trailed 10 goals to his credit, 4 allowed, though. So let's see what Alex Isak can do. Already with that 1-0 code. From the far flank in towards the middle, maybe a little overrun, but the shot blasted wide. Just denied William Jose. Ontiveros now from the corner. That one cleared out to midfield. On the Villarreal. Threading it through off to this near side, catching up, not before it rolls across. Moreno could not get there.
Yeah, that's better from Pau Torres going forward. He had some numbers in attack. Unfortunate his timing was off to get called offside. Though I do want to give a shout out to his goalkeeper, Asenjo, who's been standing on his head to keep this game as close as it is.
Asenjo blocked Ball falls back in to Odegaard with the long shot. Well, earlier on, Jimmy, we were talking about how second leg with John Collins against Allie Long might be a test. But as you pointed out, this is the first time that Pau Torres has been put to the test.
Yeah, I think as John Collins mentioned in his pre-final interview, it's been nice to have that cushion. He wouldn't have to go out and stretch himself as a team and keep his shape nice and compact because he already had a lead. Now, he's only scored 2 goals in 2 games, so that's a little bit worrying. So it's going to be pretty important for Pau to give him another lead so that he can try to hold on to it.
Good ball through. William José on the pass from Isak. And a brace by the Brazilian.
Yeah, we can see a great through ball there from Alexander Isak. Does very, very well, José. But just good awareness, good timing of the run, great pass, of course, and a cool, calm finish, which has now given him, not a surprising, I guess I'm a little bit surprised that Pau Torres has already given up 2 goals and is down 2-0.
Well, still another half to go in this first leg. John Collins and Allie Long await. It's the Kick COVID FIFA 20 tournament. And it is the final. Down in the bottom, streamlabs.com/LaLiga to continue your donations. Over $10,000 past our goal, but we continue to look for more, just as Alexander Isak is here on the break. Out for José, thread through, the young Swede bursting through the back line in a breakaway to the top of the 18, but Asenjo to the top of the box to make the block.
Yeah, Pau Torres took a risk there in the middle of the field to try to pinch him in, and it led to that opportunity for Alexander, who, again, couldn't get it past Asenjo, who, despite giving up 2 goals so far, has been one of the most outstanding players in this first half.
Aldua to Odegaard. José for Isak. Tries a little trickery. Bruno intercepts. Now Cazorla up the middle. Again, with this offensive team, Villarreal not out of it by a long shot. As we approach the half, a 2-goal cushion. Villarreal looking for a third, but that one's going to carry. Maybe the final play of this opening half. From the corner. Towards the spot. Looking up, but just over.
We've seen a lot of goals scored this tournament. This would be an excellent time for Pau to get back into this game and put a little bit of pressure on Alexander.
Tracking back, Monreal has found a new lease on life back in the Basque country. Up for Mikel Merino, the former Magpie. Across midfield, looking, feeding Isak. Knocked back into the midfield. William José now through. Good cover, and back to Asenjo. And that is going to do it for the first leg of this grand final. 7
you can look there. I know. 0 shots for somebody who scored more goals than anybody else in this tournament, Phil. That is very surprising and a testament to how good Alexander is. But of the 10 goals that Pau has scored so far, the majority of them have been in the second half. So we'll see if he makes any changes to his tactics or formation to try to get back into this without necessarily creating any gaps that Alexander can take advantage of.
6 of the 10 goals have come after the halftime whistle. Here, a whistle for the foul. 6-2 over Munir after a 2-2 draw at the break. Similar for Álvaro Morata, but 4-2 the final. Isak, meanwhile, a little closer, 3-1 against Fernando Morientes in his first one against José Gayà in the second of the semifinals. Now, Villarreal, they need to try and cut into this lead. The way Allie Long has been scoring, if she goes in with a 2-goal edge, it's all over. Into the area, but swept back to Asenjo.
Yeah, what I'm seeing with Pau in particular, he hasn't really established a rhythm yet in the attacking half. He needs to find that. It seems like he's rushing a little bit to get back into this game as opposed to being patient, which is what brought him a lot of success in the first place.
Adolf tries to drop it to the 6th, but well covered. Ianamendi. Out for William José. And has continued throughout his career. Little surprised Real Sociedad's been able to hold on to him. 2 goals in the first half, giving La Real the lead. Out again, Odegaard. Moreno trying to defend. Adnan Januzaj. William José tries to cut it across, but intercepted. Pressured back in the midfield, but then won back by the Yellow Submarine. Wide, Ontiveros giving chase. Will it hold? Just keeps it in play. Nope, it trickles across.
I know the score is 2-0, Phil, but I really feel like this could decide who's going to be champion of this Kick COVID FIFA 20 tournament. Because if it goes 3-0, I really like Allie to do the business. I like her to do the business in second leg anyway, but that would really give her what I think is an insurmountable lead. But if Torres can score the next goal, then I think it's still all to play for. Vital.
Samu Anguissa scored 2 goals in the quarterfinals. Now out wide, Mario Gaspar back to the top of the 6. But good defense by La Real, and now out for Isai, and the Belgian on the break. Isak. William José, back to Isak, back to William José. The back heel towards the box, but cleared away. Good build up from Villarreal. They need to get a shot, and they just can't get past that La Real back line. Again out wide, trying to turn the corner. Zaldúa on defense, Ontiveros. Ramiro's been a spectator to this point, but he left to push it wide.
Yeah, he finally gets his first shot on goal, so I guess that's some sort of medal, or I don't think you get a medal for that, but it's a positives hopefully to come for Villarreal and Pau, because it's been an uphill battle for him. And I think the pressuring by Alexander is so good. You have to have ideas of what you want to do before you get the ball. And I don't know if Pau's been thinking quick enough or making the decisions quick enough to really impact and hurt Alexander in a meaningful way. Still a lot of time left. Again, this next goal is super important, so we'll see who gets it.
So a couple of changes and almost getting a goal off the corner. Carlos Baca coming in for Alcácer, and Moy Gomez also checking in. And you see Samuel Chukwueze. All 3 substitutes at once as Pau Torres throws his jokers on the table. Januzaj, William José, in for Isak. On the turn, Januzaj again. Cutting to his left, the shot blocked. Out wide for Mario Gaspar. Chukwueze with his first chance. Samu can't turn the corner. Baca. Brilliant goal off the bench in the semifinals. Under the final quarter hour here in the first leg of this final. The 2 goals for William José, important, Jimmy, but I think it's been the midfield defense that's been the key for Isak.
Well, we could argue the midfield is where you win and lose games. I would argue positively. That's where it happens. Here's a good chance, though, from Alexander. Looking for that back post cheddar.
Got it down, but wide. Woo.
Yeah, he might regret that miss. But I love back post cheese, Phil. I like when the balls get sprayed to the back post. But, yeah, I like the substitutions that Paul's doing. I think he's trying to make a difference. He's trying to give Alexander a different look. And hopefully, if he commits some more numbers forward, that will occupy him in a meaningful way. We got it.
And there from Anguissa on the beautiful through ball, he's cut the lead in half.
What an important goal for Pau. He knows it's super important. Great finish, great run off the ball. Obviously, getting ahead of the striker, waiting for things to develop. That patience was key. He'd been lacking it, I think, for most of the match, but he found a way to get back into it. Let's see now if he can tie it up, because that really puts a lot of onus on both John and Allie to get a result in that second leg.
Approaching the final 5 minutes. Here's a chance on the break. Chukwueze using his speed, and he's got help in the middle. Cuts back towards his left, into the area. Drop back top of the box. Bruno looking in. Shot blocked, still loose. Baca turns, can't get the shot through cleanly.
Yeah, good defending there from Alexander, who he talks a lot about his attacking game, but I think he's quietly a very good defender as well.
To the middle, Isak lays it off. Janusai. Odegaard. Looking for William Jose. Blocked. 90th minute reach, just added time. An important goal for Zambo Anguissa. But will it be enough? Into the center circle. 2 minutes added. Chukwueze again. Looking for the entry. Gets it back. Not a lot of time. And it's intercepted at the 18, and that's going to do it. The comeback cut short. 2-1 LaLiga in the first leg.
Yeah, sometimes when the result doesn't always reflect what happened on the field, but I think this was a fair result. I think Alexander deserved to win this game. Pa did some important work there at the end to claw one back. Had that gone 3-0 or even stayed 2-0, that might have been too much for John Collins to have to overcome. But only a 1-goal deficit, I think he's got it in his bag for sure. Now it's just a matter of whether we're going to see peak Allie long, which I expect, of course, because she's been amazing this whole tournament. But if he can somehow nullify and frustrate her a little bit early on and get that goal first, which he did against Ocho Cinco, it really changed the whole complexion of everything else. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, great performance by Alexander in particular.
And Kevin, kind of playing off of that, John Collins, a guy who admits defense first and try and counter. But Allie Long's not going to need to be pushing forward if this score holds. Kevin?
That is exactly it. For the third straight game, Allie Long has been handed a huge advantage heading into her matchup, Melissa. Now she'll take a lead thanks to Alexander Isak. Maybe simple here with that big victory over Pau Torres, who clawed 1 goal back. And Melissa, I just wonder how important that 1 goal will be and what sort of a response we'll see from John Collins.
That 1-goal lead right now, it puts her in a better position, of course. But at the same time, you can never get too comfy with a 1-goal lead. It's an easy to bounce back from that. So for Allie, I mean, she needs to keep doing exactly what she was doing, and that's on her attacking side where she's her strength is, of course, and that is trying to break through that John Collins defensive strength.
Now, I know, Jimmy, you were a defender, so you were more about the collective as a player rather than the individual results. But you can be sure Allie Long's looking at this now saying, hang on, I could win the Golden Boot here.
She could, and I'm sure she's licking her chops to not only be helping be a champion overall with Alexander, but of course being the star MVP. She's deferred a lot of that credit to other people, but I think she needs to take. She's been excellent, and now she has a chance to showcase her abilities one last time.
Yeah, most certainly. One final push here, guys, as well. We've got 1 game to go, and a reminder. Feeding America, that is the goal. We've surpassed our goal of $10,000, but let's keep it going. The link on the bottom right-hand side of your screen. Donate if you can afford to do so. We hope you and yours are well, wherever you're watching from around the world. Let's hear now from the guys that were just involved in that game. The post-match chat with you, Melissa.
Thank you, Kev. Hola, chicos. Qué gran partidazo. What we just saw back and forth the entire time. My first question is for Pau. Pau, 0 tiros a la puerta en la primera mitad. ¿Qué fue lo más que se te hizo cuando tratabas de romper esa línea defensiva de Sociedad?
No, Isaac presionaba muy bien y bueno, me costó entrar en el partido y fallaba muchos pases al principio. Y por ahí no podía hacer nada en la primera parte. Después la segunda sí que fue un poco mejor, pero bueno, por lo menos hemos conseguido recortar distancias y seguro que ahora John puede estar cerquita de ganar y confiaremos en él.
I asked Pau, what was the most challenging part of trying to break that defensive line of Real Sociedad? Because he didn't have any shots on goal in the first half, and his response was that it was challenging. He couldn't get that rhythm or get that breakthrough, especially in that first half. But that he has all the confidence to hopefully get the win and have Villarreal win the grand final. Another question for Pau, of course, is ¿qué fue tu plan en tratar de cambiar el juego cuando hiciste los cambios en la segunda mitad tratando de ganar al Real?
Bueno, pues a ver si Vaca entraba otra vez con gol. La tuvo ahí de cabeza, nada más entró en un córner. Y se fresca por las bandas para atacar un poco más. Pero bueno, al final hemos conseguido recortar un gol de distancia y bueno, se ha hecho lo que se ha podido y hemos pasado un buen rato.
I asked Pal what was his plan when he made those substitute changes in the second half, and he said, of course, once again he made the change with Baca, and Baca had the chance in front of net with the header. But the good thing is that he got that one goal. So now it's 2-1 in global, and now at least it gives them a fighting chance going into the second leg. Jimmy?
Yeah, Paul, you've been fantastic all tournament, so participating. Now, Alexander, for you, you had a 2-goal lead, and you let him sneak back in and get that goal, which could be pretty vital for leg 2.
Yeah, I know. I got a great start. 2 early goals, and yeah, I felt first half my defense was on top. I played like very high pressure, and I played very aggressive. And yeah, it worked good. Second half, maybe I invited him into the game a bit more, and yeah, he came back a bit. But overall, I felt like I had quite good control, and maybe this game was my best defensively. And yeah, of course, I could have scored more offensively, but yeah, we managed to get the win.
This is the 3rd game in a row now that you've given Allie Long the lead going into the second leg. Do you believe in your teammate to finish it off, because she's been excellent this whole time?
From what I've seen so far, I feel like she already won the game. So, like, I believe in her very strongly.
All right. Well, we appreciate you participating as well, and hope for the best for the second leg. Thank you, guys. We're going to throw it back to Kevin.
Thank you.
2 absolute gentlemen, Pau Torres and Alex Isak-Phil, and I know you for sure look forward to seeing, whenever the time may come, both of those do battle again back on the pitch.
For club and country. And the one thing I want to point out as well, and I know we've talked to some of these people over the last couple of days about the personal struggles that have been going on directly with them and in their areas, but the joy that they're expressing, the fun that they're having, is contagious. And so in addition to trying to raise money for a very good cause, also a chance to hopefully raise some spirits. And I think that they've been fantastic.
Very well said, Phil Shane. Now, the way from that interview, Jimmy Conrad, is the fact that Alex Isak said, for me, the game is already won. He's been so humble throughout this entire tournament, and yet that comment stands out the most. And you can be sure John Collins is sitting there licking his chops going, what did he just say?
Well, I think if anything, it's given John Collins less pressure to perform. Like, nobody expects him to win at this point. Allie Long has been so good. So I don't know. I mean, Allie is a world champion for a reason. She knows how to handle pressure and expectations. So this is not new to her. But yeah, it definitely raises the stakes in a certain way. And John Collins could definitely take advantage of that. It's like bulletin board material.
2 goals for Allie Long would see her equal Pau Torres' 11-goal haul. 3 goals would see her take home the Golden Boot. Let me just go the final time before our final match of this tournament. Melissa, can you, yes or no answer, can you see John Collins overturn this and let Villarreal take home the title?
Yes. This is a hard answer. But wait. This is a hard answer. I'm going with what Jimmy says as well. Defense wins championships, and I have to support my boy from the 561 from West Palm Beach. I want, Allie to win, of course, but I got to support the hometown grown player.
Where is your loyalty? I mean, you guys are changing out jerseys. You're changing your picks. I thought you were going to stick with your girl, Allie, and now you're changing out for your school friend.
I know. And during this past interview right now, I was like, what am I going to say? Like, I am stuck against the wall here. I want to support Allie Long. Believe me, she needs to win. But it's like, gosh, if he's from West Palm Beach, Florida, and I'm from West Palm Beach, Florida. And not only that, the same high school. You guys saw the pictures. We have a connection, you guys. Like, I got to support,
Jimmy,
and I got to give it to him. I'm going with the underdog.
Well, I don't think she has a connection with Allie Long anymore.
Huh?
No, exactly. I think she's with Allie Long, Melissa. That's pretty much done and dusted. Wow, that was quite a flip. I did not see that coming. I respect John Collins. He's got cool initials like I do, JC's for life. But that doesn't mean I'm going to switch, and I love that he plays defense first. I'm a defender. I get it. I love what he's about. I would probably play very similarly to how he plays. But you can't go against Allie Long in a final.
I know.
She wins trophies. She knows how to win trophies. She's a winner, okay? That's all I'm saying. Allie Long all day, every day. Thank you. Good night. Thanks for having me. Don't forget to tip your waitresses and donate to Feeding America. Let's go.
Phil Shane, I think what we saw there was Melissa Ortiz, the cafetero. The yellow colours there in the cafetero coming out there, ditching Allie Long for John Collins.
Yeah.
Well, also, she's right. You got to stick with your homeboy. But at the same point, you can take the girl off the island. You can't take the island out of the girl. And I have a feeling Allie Long has a few special things in store for John Collins before this one is over.
Guys, we're getting the game set up. We'll just be a moment in doing so. But while we have a little opportunity here, what stood out for the three of you from the last couple of days working to raise money for Feeding America with La Liga Uninterrupted and Women's ICC? It's been special to play a part alongside you three, as well as Mark Brown, obviously, as well. Melissa, what stood out to you?
I think one of the most things that stood out to me was, one, kind of like what Phil said before, just seeing how these guys are human beings. They're superstars on the soccer field, of course, but to see them at home, in their onesies, perhaps, or in party hats like I just broke out, it's been awesome to actually see that. And it's times like these that we're able to see it, but most importantly, for this cause, for Feeding America. I've also liked to see the competitiveness. You've seen those tweets from Chad Ochocinco, and then you also saw him lose after that tweet. You might see that with me right now in this final game after my previous comment. But I've loved to see the competitiveness. It goes from whether you play basketball, football, soccer, and now it's just put on right here into this screen in FIFA 20, and it's just been incredible to watch.
That's the thing, Jimmy. They come across sometimes as extremely humble, but having been a pro, that there's still that competitive streak there. And you saw that with Isak there in that final comment moments ago.
Well, I'd like to say that once I retired, that's the thing I missed the most, was competing every day. I had a chance to go out and prove myself and have to perform. And yeah, that gets tiring and stressful at times. But you don't just shut that off just because there's a little break in time. You're looking to compete. You're looking to have a reason to compete. So I'm glad FIFA 20 exists for them to do that. And so I'm glad that La Liga set up this tournament to make that happen. And that's what's been most special for me, is just to see everybody coming together to help support the greater good. I think that's what makes the game special, whether it's real or virtual. And it really speaks to the community and the strength of the community and how we look out for each other.
Yeah, it truly has been. Well said, Jimmy Conrad. And Phil, that has stood out to me too. It's looking at guys coming in from the NFL, NBA, NWSL, all coming together with La Liga as well. And folks, we have reached that time. The final match of the weekend set to now get underway. The score, it's in favor as of right now to Real Sociedad after Alex Isak picked up a 2-1 win. Can Allie Long seal the deal? This is the final match, folks. Take it away, Phil Shane, Jimmy Conrad.
So it is underway, and as you can see, things getting underway rather slowly. Scoreless through the opening 10. Phil Shane alongside Jimmy Conrad. Alexander Isak putting a 2-1 lead for La Real in the opening leg. Here in the second leg, Allie Long trying to get a few more goals out of the young Swede. Now, give me an idea, if you could, Jimmy, from John Collins. He says he likes to play defensive. At what point does he need to put that through? And this one might be it. Beautiful ball out wide, trying to get the chance inside, but denied at the near post, and the rebound knocked wide. Does he have to change his game here?
No, not yet. I think in the first half, he can keep going with what's worked so far, helping him grind out a few results in the first two games. But honestly, I really like his counterattacking game. If Allie, though, gets the early lead, I think he could struggle to try to find a way back into it. He hasn't scored very many goals. He's not as clinical in the attacking third as I'm sure he'd like to be, but he's still going to get a few chances. It's just a matter of whether he can convert.
Chukwueze getting the start here. John Collins putting a few more attacking-oriented players, younger players, pacey players, but will it pay off? Beautiful ball for Marino. The ex-Newcastle midfielder in towards the top of the box, plays it square. Isak at the penalty spot, but stripped away. And the whistle blows, but it'll be a foul against Isak.
Yeah, I always thought Isak was a dirty player. Just kidding, Alexander. All right, so this it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to take Allie a little bit to figure out a way to break down John Collins. I think he's going to be the best defensive team that she's seen so far. Again, she's going to get her chances too. I think they're just going to be more half chances. And it's a matter of whether she has that spark of brilliance that she's going to need the attacking third or in and around the box.
Getting to the tactics again, though, is she changing her game here? Beautiful through ball off the give and go, squared across the 6, but no one can get the shot. Seems like this is a more defensive Allie Long than we have seen.
I think she's just trying to feel him out a little bit. I think she's heard us talk about it. She knows the hype around what he's good at, and you know he's doing pretty well right now to attack with some numbers. But again, I mean she scored a lot of goals, but I don't want to shortchange her defensive instincts because she's got great ones.
Give and go, back for Isak, swept away, Vicente Iborra. Now the other point to remember is it is not road goals, just total goals, the aggregate number. So if John Collins can find a goal and make it hold, this one could be going to golden goal to determine a winner. Caldua on defense. Gomez sends it through to the back post, but no one can get there in time.
Yeah, somewhat the bane of John Collins' existence. He does really well to find himself in good spots, but it's that final touch, that finishing touch that's really lacking. He's getting there, though.
Oyarzabal on a break. Deceptive speed from the Basque man, nodding it wide. Beautiful cross inside, but Isak can't put it home.
Yeah, good play there from Allie Long. Definitely signaling some intent that you can't sleep on her either. She knows how to score goals, and in a lot of different ways. That's what I think I like about her game the most, Phil, is that she's got variety in her attack. It's not just one way.
Well, we've talked about the fact she's in the race for the Golden Boot. She's also only allowed 2 goals in this tournament so far. Top of the box, 18, trying to force it through. Baca, turn, shoot, denied. Ramiro, point blank with the save.
Yeah, bad giveaway from Allie Long. I think she maybe pushed a button when she didn't expect her defender to get there, but she survives. You need a good goalkeeper. You need a hot goalkeeper to win any tournament of note, and this is no different, whether it's real or virtual pitch.
Well, threaded through. Oyarzabal into the area. Likes the curler, but he takes the early shot. Asenjo with the save, and here comes Villarreal the other way. Wide for Chukwueze. Monreal, the old man, with a few new tricks. Marino. Ubeldia. Januzaj to the 18. The Belgian squares. Looking for Isak, still loose, blocked away, and gobbled up by Asenjo inside the 6.
Yeah, good defending there. You got to see John Collins use his goalkeeper. So he definitely has some experience in controlling the goalkeeper, maybe cutting out some angles, rushing off the line to make it a little bit more difficult for Allie. But yeah, ultimately that was a great team defensive effort to get that ball.
Maybe the final play of the half, played back to Asenjo. The keeper clears. Gobbled up by Iborra, back to Cazorla, who's been held in check in this game. We thought this one might be an explosion for La Real, but John Collins has probably been the aggressor. Final seconds ticking away, and they get a shot away. They do, but wide. The first half comes to a close. It is level, but maybe some surprises in store, Jimmy.
Maybe. I mean, it's still all there for the taking. I think John Collins is definitely in this. Obviously, this goes without saying, we Captain Obvious here. But yeah, the next goal is going to be really important. If Allie gets it, I think she's going to be helping her and Alexander be champions. But John has impressed me. I think he's done some things, and he's going to have to continue to do some things on the attacking front to get back into this, get that first goal, and have everything to play for, and maybe even send it to golden goal.
Well, he has had level scores in both of his first 2 meetings. Lisa Zimouche in the quarters, Ocho Cinco in the semis. He needs a win here today against an opponent who has outscored the opposition 9-2. Willy Hernangómez in her first game, and Damarious Randall in the second, and with strong second halves. So work just beginning for John Collins, but he's on the attack again. Borja into the area, but the whistle sounds.
Yeah, good line there from Allie Long. Nice discipline. Gave the ball away, but still didn't panic. That's how she is as a player. So I really respect how her traits in real life are coming out in the video game.
And Jimmy, one more thing to consider. It might not be pretty. It might be the Jose Mourinho special. Ball into the area as Villarreal looking for an aggregate equalizer. A scoreless draw still gives La Real the crown.
Yeah, so in that instance, Allie Long's in a perfect spot, and here she's got a 3v2. Let's see if she can make the most of it. Given John Collins'
offside. Has to track back. Chance for Janusaj. Can't get the shot away cleanly.
I mean, that's really a testament to what John Collins does well. Allie should have really attacked that with some speed and pace, but he got there. He got players back behind the ball, and she didn't even get a shot off. So fair play to JC on that.
Well, Allie Long already a world title to her name. John Collins still awaiting his first silverware. Maybe you can get a little bit here. It's the Kick COVID FIFA 20 tournament. Chance on the turn. Marino through. Into the 18. Shot blocked. Asenjo to the rescue again.
Yeah, Allie does really well to break through there, and you can see that John Collins is joysticking his goalkeeper, taking control of that, and coming off his line and making a big difference again.
Ubeldia denied by Asenjo. Corner kick, played short. Odegaard trying to get the cross in, but it curls across. And substitution, Baca, a bit of a change to get into the lineup in the start, but now he'll head to the bench.
Yeah, we can see Moreno coming in. He's a good player. He's got a good finesse shot for all you FIFA players out there. Very good. We're already seeing some reaction here, so we know there's a little bit of lag, which is to be expected. Wow, what nice giveaway.
Into the area,
oh,
and that one cannon home. It's Martin Odegaard on the break, and a huge, maybe title-winning goal for Real Sociedad.
Such an important goal for La Real. Allie Long. Martin Odegaard does well to run past the attackers, pick it up, grab the space. One of the center backs got drawn into the middle of midfield, so when she ran through, there was a wide open gap. Thank you very much. Martin Odegaard, he's doing it in real life for La Real this season, and he's also doing it, scoring what is potentially the game winner and championship winning goal to send Real Sociedad to becoming the trophy holders of this first ever Kick COVID FIFA 20 tournament.
So now it's a 2-goal cushion. Swept aside Janusaj. Collins needs to throw caution to the winds. Zamboanguissa in the center circle. Overloading in the midfield, but they need to get a shot away. Isak kicks it wide. Janusaj now on the flank. When Mori over and beaten for speed, Janusaj drops. Isak denied. Rebound cleared. Beautiful setup, but Isak can't get it past Asenjo. Again, Odegaard, but he's stripped. From the free kick, Zubeldia stripped away inside the final 20 minutes. Cazorla. Isak. Oyarzabal. Gets it back. In for Isak, but his left-footed shot blocked. Gets it back from Torres. Denied again.
Yeah, Phil, the thing I think I've learned the most out of this tournament is that Asenjo is my new favorite goalkeeper in the world. That guy has just been tremendous throughout the tournament for Villarreal. So many clutch saves. He's shown it again here in the second leg of the final. Unbelievable.
Heading down to the final 10 minutes plus. Moreno across. Dispossessed, though. Back line for LaLiga has been impressive. We've talked about now the 10 goals she has scored. Still one off the pace of Pau Torres for the Golden Boot. Maybe a chance to tie it here. Isak into the 18, and he lifts it over Asenjo and drops it under the crossbar.
You gotta love Allie Long. Terrific finish. I feel like that goal is even sweeter because she's actually scored with her playing partner in this tournament, Alexander Isak. What a ridiculous finish with a little bit of pressure. Not the biggest fan of John Collins' angle there to try to defend that. Gave her a little bit of a gap to get that shot off. It is now done and dusted. I want to say congratulations to Real Sociedad. What a tremendous tournament they've had.
Well, still some time, maybe a goal of honor here. The grand final second leg. First time John Collins faces defeat. 1-1 draws in the quarters and the semis. But what a performance, especially when the money's on the line. Another chance for a third, but played wide.
Oh, man. Allie Long has way too much sauce, Phil. John just can't hang with her. She's just got too much ability. She knows where to... I mean, her confidence is sky high as well. He's against the ropes. He's trying to push forward. She's going for the golden controller at this point.
Well, as you pointed out earlier, she's already kissed the World Cup. She knows what to do in these situations. Final seconds ticking away. Plays it square! And that one is a way to cap off the crown.
Ole, 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 ole. Ole, ole. Allie Long, wow. The sweaty goal, but deserved. That was the right play. They all count. 3-0. She is now the Golden Boot winner. She needed 2 to tie and 3 to take it. What a performance. The real MVP of this tournament, even if she doesn't agree. She has been top class. And now it looks like John Collins is trying to give her a fourth, just to be nice. It's really sweet of him. What? I can't say enough, Phil, about what I've seen from La Real throughout this tournament. Both players have been fantastic.
Well, she's got the best offense and the best defense, and she's got a title to go along with it. Alexander Isak and Allie Long, 5-1 in the final. Cazorla getting a yellow. Final seconds ticking away. Maybe a chance for a fourth on the turn. Monreal dispossessed. Won back by Isak. Forces his way through the defense. But pouncing on it, Asenjo, and that is going to do it. Well, she's ready to pop the bubbly. And it is a big win for La Real.
Yeah, a huge win and another comprehensive performance from Allie Long. She only gave up 2 goals in 3 games throughout this competition. We talk a lot about her scoring the most goals in this competition as well. She's done it on both sides of the ball. For me, the real MVP. Give her the trophy. Alexander Isak, got to bow down to her greatness. I mean, as much as he won all 3 of his games, Allie Long really put the cherry on top of every single performance. So really well done to her and to Alexander overall, and deserved winners.
Well, again, great work by Pau Torres and John Collins until the final where they met their match. One thing as well for the young Swede, as he has been learning his ropes along the way to this year, we've seen him on the field. Also here in this E-tournament, remember, he was the one that set the stage, that put the foundation out there. Every single time, Allie Long had a lead to build off of, and boy, did she. So the victory to La Real, Alexander Isak, and Allie Long, they are the great ones. Back to you, Kevin.
Anoeta will be bouncing. Phenomenal victory. Massive congratulations then to Allie Long on that win and Alexander Isak as well. Both players winning every single game that they played in. And as you rightly pointed out, Jimmy Conrad, Allie Long picking up the Golden Boot. And Allie is joining us right now, the final post-game chat of our Kick COVID-19 tournament this weekend, which has been such a joy to bring you and raise some valuable funds for Feeding America all weekend. And Allie, I got to jump right in there and say congratulations on the overall tournament and you picking up MVP and Golden Boot as well. Well done.
No, thank you so much. Honestly, John was so good, and I was a little nervous at first. I think once I scored, he kind of was like, he like let up a little bit once one went in, but he was good the whole time. You did a really good job.
I have a question for John. Sorry about that.
Go ahead.
John, your strength is defense, of course, and it's been strong throughout the entire tournament. At what point was Allie able to break down your defensive line? And you got to give her credit for a top-class performance. Where did you see that breakdown happen?
No, for sure. I definitely think she was attacking pretty aggressively the whole game. I was trying my best to try to stop her attack. She came at me in a bunch of different ways, some crosses. She drove right at me. She was passing the ball very well. So tough game to defend, and obviously she kept me scoreless as well. So she did her job, and tough game, tough fought game, great victory.
Thanks.
Jimmy, did you have any question? You had a question. I interrupted you.
I always have questions. Look at this face. Look at this hair. Alexander, this one's for you. Did you have any doubt about Allie's performance, who I think was fantastic? And you guys this might be a partnership you should take on the road and try to hustle money, because, I mean, you guys are really good.
Yeah, nah, she played great. I think this game, it took a bit longer for her to score, so he gave it a good match, but she managed to get the job done. And I think, as you guys say, she was like the best player of the tournament.
No.
Now, Allie, I'm
Allie,
going to jump in again really quick. No, Kevin, I got to say this really quick. Sorry about that. Allie, can you just tell all the competitors here how easy this was for you? Like, this wasn't even a challenge for you whatsoever.
Stop it.
No, I can't do that. But I will say, I love the commentary. I kind of wish you guys were with me every time I played FIFA. I loved it.
So, Ali, does this eclipse winning the World Cup then?
Close. It was close.
Oh my gosh. I have a question, of course, for Pau, who's standing by right there. Pau, algunas palabras, obviamente, para tu compañero John.
Hemos llegado hasta la final, hemos hecho un gran torneo y no pasa nada. Aquí nos llevamos una amistad y un bonito recuerdo.
I love it. So, John, I asked Pau if he had any words for you, of course, and he said, no, great game. You know, he's happy to have played alongside yourself, and this is a great memory for the memory book and the start of a friendship, of course. Pau, también algunas palabras para los fans que están viendo este programa, especialmente enfocando para las donaciones para COVID-19.
Sobre todo, gracias por apoyar desde casa esta iniciativa y a toda aquella gente que ha podido colaborar. Muchísimas gracias, que con poco que se haya ayudado es un gran gesto y de todo sirve.
Pau mentions that to thank everybody who is watching, who is tuned in, also who have donated, that every little piece or I could just say grain of salt in that way counts. Everything helps as well for this donation and for the COVID-19 response fund. Gentlemen, anything else you want to say? Jimmy, Kev?
No,
I was just going to comment, Jimmy, on... Yeah, and one final one for me. Ali, you know, you win a World Cup, you're on that grand stage, and the whole world comes together for that tournament. And here we are now, and the whole world is coming together in a fight against COVID-19. What did it mean to be part of something where everybody around the world is watching and you can come together with someone, a teammate, on the other side of the world?
I mean, I think it has always been a dream of mine to play on like the world stage. So this is kind of, being at the World Cup and seeing all the countries, all the people, like just like supporting the game was a feeling I'll never forget. And so being a part of this has been such an honor, and I'm so thankful that I was asked to play in this tournament. And I think it's really cool to see the connection of everybody coming together to fight this pandemic. Hopefully it can get better so we can get back to life, and I can watch Alex and Pau in real life, and John. And I could play too in real life.
Kevin, if I could ask one question about
Ali,
we've seen it here in these couple of days, how good you are at playing FIFA. We've seen it already on the field. Now we're seeing it on the control. And something we talked about through the weekend, through Lisa, through Melissa, just women getting into the gaming side. already soccer coming through with the World Cup. We've seen it with the ICC women, which hopefully we'll still get a chance to see this year. I saw the ICC futures watching young Barcelona girls play like the older Barcelona men. So from a gaming perspective, is this kind of a frontier for women? I mean, you showed you can play.
Sorry, I lost you at the end of that. What was the last part?
I'm just saying, you showed you could play. So is this kind of a frontier for women?
Yeah, I think that, you know, I got like a tweet earlier, like I've never seen a woman play before. I was like, oh, women can do everything. Like, I think it's really cool. And whether it's in the gyms in New York City when I'm playing for legit money on the line and these guys are hitting me like they would hit a guy playing futsal, or I'm playing here, I love to just kind of represent women and show that, you know, we can do everything that guys can. And I think a lot of people still don't believe that. And, but at the same time, there's a lot of guys and a lot of people out there that know that we can. So it's really cool that I think that everyone in the game and all you guys have respected me. And that's kind of why I wanted to play too, is get some respect here on the stick.
Respect. How about that MVP and golden boot? Yeah.
Thanks,
John Collins with the hands up in the air. I love it. Guys, thank you so much for all you've done contributing to this wonderful weekend. John, I look forward to seeing you in Atlanta, back on the court with the Hawks. Allie rocking it with the US women's national team and OL Reign. And then, of course, Pau and Alexander in La Liga Santander action. Really look forward to seeing you guys. You're all rock stars. You're all absolutely brilliant. Cheers, guys. Take care.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wow. Guys, what can you say? Jimmy Conrad.
It's a good thing this wasn't going on. Jimmy's running out of jerseys.
Jimmy, you said it all along.
I got my U.S. jersey in honor of Allie Long. Go on, Allie.
Well played.
That's what's up.
Well played. Right, guys, that pretty much wraps it up. Phil Shane, any final thoughts before we go?
I want to thank all the people that were behind the scenes as well. I know Timo and Sebastian helping to set it up, plus the dozens of people, if not more than that, throughout from the league offices, all the people with La Liga and the ICC, and of course, Feeding America, who are doing the real work this weekend and for weeks to come. So I was glad to play a small role here. I almost feel guilty that I enjoyed myself, but it was for a great cause, and there'll still be a chance to give beyond today. So write that number down, hold on to the link, and let's all pull through this together.
Yeah, very well said, Phil, in Miami and over in San Francisco. Jimmy, any final thoughts?
I'm supposed to follow that up? Are you serious? Like, he should be walking off the stage with an Academy Award or something. I'm like teary-eyed over here. No, I want to second those thoughts. You know, there's a lot of special people behind the scenes that are making this tournament feel so seamless. And obviously, I want to thank all the competitors that joined in and offered up their time to be a part of this. And then Feeding America, like Phil said, we're all in this together. And if we can think that first, then I think we're going to get through this a lot sooner. If we're thinking about ourselves first, then that probably won't go as quick. But that's the part of the beautiful game that I love. We're only as strong as our weakest link. So just make sure you're not the weakest link.
Beautiful. Poetic as always, Jimmy. San Francisco, hop, skip, and a jump across to New York City for the final time, Melissa.
My gosh, I don't even have words after that. After Phil and Jimmy, I guess I'm going to third everything that they just said. It has been a great honor to be a part of this hosting team, of course, with you guys and with Mark as well. Thank you to La Liga, Uninterrupted, Women's ICC as well. I'll know there will be more fun things to come alongside this crew right here as well. And also, I'm just happy we're able to see this action take place all for a great cause, and that's for donations, which, by the way, there's still time, my friends, to donate. So make sure you do so for the COVID-19 response for Feeding America. So muchísimas gracias a todos por darme esta gran oportunidad. Thank you guys for giving this opportunity. That's all I gotta say. And I usually sign out with deuces, but over to you, Kev.
I'm glad you didn't do it this time. Melissa. Right, though, the link is still there to contribute. If you've yet to do so, any small amount is a beautiful thing. And look, we all hope you and yours stay safe, be smart, and we can get through COVID-19 together and hopefully see those superstars back out on the pitch, the field, the court very soon indeed. I'll echo your thoughts, guys, and thank everybody behind the scenes as well, from Uninterrupted, Women's ICC, La Liga, Relevant Sports, and everybody who was watching, and you guys contributing to the broadcast as well. It's been an absolute pleasure. But for the final time, we will say goodbye here, and hopefully, I mean this in the nicest possible way, we won't have to do this again. Hopefully we will see the back of COVID-19 soon. But it has been a joy to work with you guys, and take care, folks. We will have a good Sunday. I won't say we'll see you soon, but well done to all involved. Bye bye.